Azurio, we tested it. It's good.
I'm going to take a quick piss before we start.
Oh my God. Welcome back to another episode of Trash Taste. I'm Connor, and once again, I'm joined by the boys. Joey
We are
and
the
Garnt.
boys.
The boys.
Dude.
I had a stunning revelation this week.
Okay.
It sounds like an AI.
Okay. Tell us.
stunning
Tell
I
revelation?
learned
Tell us, Connor.
how much water one shit takes.
Okay.
Well, what do you mean?
Enlighten us.
Okay, so the other night when we went out for Sydney's birthday, I had to be back by 1:30 because
AM.
yeah, because they were shutting off all the power to my apartment
Wait,
to do
why?
maintenance
Oh.
for like 3 hours.
Right.
So I was like, I want to get back. 'Cause I was like, I don't want to walk up a bunch of stairs. I want to get the
Yeah,
elevator.
yeah.
And also, I don't even know what the fucking stairs are in my apartment.
They can do that. They can just shut off power.
Well, they have to do maintenance. Yeah, I mean,
They usually
okay.
let you know like months in
Yeah,
advance.
I knew
Okay.
months in advance, but it's like,
Right,
you know,
right.
It is what it is. And I was like, oh, whatever, no big deal.
Yeah.
And so power goes out. Obviously, I don't even notice because I'm fast asleep. I get back by 1:30 and I order Uber Eats. And the guy arrives, so that was good. That was like the kind of hype moment of that
Okay.
night. I was like,
Yeah.
is he gonna arrive for 1:30? Because I don't know. I'm not walking down those floors.
I'll make him walk up the floor.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'd be like, bro, just eat it. You can have it. Honestly, it's 1:30 a.m. I do not want to
He
get
gets to the
close.
top of the stairs and like, can I have a bite? Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, take some. I ordered some for you, bro.
I want to.
check
Yeah.
the bag.
Yeah.
It's got your name on it. So go to sleep, wake up, and like at 8 o'clock or something, I don't even know I had this. There's like a giant like tannoy speaker in my apartment, which the building has access to, which I didn't even know. I didn't know what this thing was because I had seen it on my ceiling. I didn't know what it was. Some announcement gets made at like 8 a.m. and I was like half asleep, so I was not paying attention. By the time I realized, oh my God, there's a loud fucking voice speaking in my apartment, which is weird. I was like, oh, that's odd. And then Eugene, who was staying at my house at the time,
Yep.
I'm playing games with Mouse, and then he goes, Connor. I'm like, what's that? He's like, something's wrong with your toilet. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, something's wrong with the toilet. I'm like, oh, okay.
I dropped a fat dumpy in it.
And I was like, he's like, yeah. And so I'm like, oh, I'll bear back, guys, because Mouse is on stream. And I was like, all right, what's wrong? He's like, yeah, it's not flushing. So I go to it, and I feel that like when I pull the toilet thing, there's no water in the tank.
Yeah.
To flush it. I'm like, oh, that's weird. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess let me have a think. So I'm going around my kitchen to get some water, and I realize the water isn't coming on. I'm like, oh fuck, all the water's gone in the apartment.
Right.
There's nothing. And then that's what I realized that was what the announcement was for. And so now I couldn't flush the toilet, but he'd taken a fucking poop in my goddamn toilet. So now the only way I could flush the toilet was if I had enough water to put in the water tank and then flush it. Now, I had to run a bath the morning before, and there's a giant bath of water, and Eugene had took a bath and pulled the goddamn plug out. So my giant supply of water that I could have used for things is now gone.
Right.
Because how the fuck am I supposed to flush this poop down the goddamn toilet? But the problem was as well is that I also was needing a toilet as well, and I was like, "Oh my God, dude! I don't know what to do. I want to hold it till the water comes back on." And I was like, "I don't know when the water's going to come back on." And now I started to realize how often I needed water, because I was like, "Oh, I'll just go wash my." I can't wash my hands.
Yeah, you can't wash.
Can't wash my hands. There's no water.
Yeah.
And then I had like maybe a liter or two of water in my fridge.
Yeah.
And I could have done a few things with this. Could have watered my plants. Could have washed my hands. But I really wanted the coffee, and so I was like, Eugene, man, sorry, dude. I'm making a coffee with the last water we have left.
I'm making a different kind of brown water,
I
actually.
could flush the toilet. I could do some other things. I'm gonna make a coffee with this last water.
Right.
I would come to regret this decision later on, as I really needed a lot of water.
Right.
But as the building had kind of like realized that, hey, people needed to go to the toilet still, they were offering free like bottles of water to flush your toilet with. And I was like, great. So I picked up two liter bottles of water.
How long was this maintenance going on for?
It was like all day.
Fuck.
Yeah,
So
it's usually all day.
Fuck.
No, so it was like an emergency thing. It wasn't scheduled. The water wasn't
really?
supposed to. The water wasn't supposed to go off.
Oh,
The
right,
water
because it's an
did.
electrical thing.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
I wanted to shower and do stuff, and I don't know if you guys get this sometimes. But you don't. You're a night person. Morning shower people will probably understand the pain of not being able to morning shower because you're
Yeah.
like, I just don't feel like
Yeah.
my day is starting yet. I just need to shower.
I feel like I can't get any work done. I can't even start the day. I can't even, my brain doesn't function.
Sounds like
just-
sounds like a skill issue.
At least even just wash my face. I don't know why. I just need some water contact with my body.
Yeah.
I was tempted to just go outside and start fucking spraying myself with Febreze to have some sensation of
Jump in the river.
yeah, like but I was getting to the point where like I could not hold my shit any longer.
Right.
And I was like, this is a dangerous game though, doubling up on the poop in the toilet, right? But I was dying. And now a smart person would have told you, Connor, just go to a combini and shit. I was refusing to be intelligent at all. And I was like,
Well, because the elevator's out as well, right?
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I was kind of like, all right, I'll just take the poop. I'll just take this poop. I'm sure the
Do
water.
the D, think about it later.
I'm sure the water will come back on anytime now. So I take a poop, but unfortunately, this was a fucking massive goddamn poop that I took. And now my toilet bowl was very much too full. So I was like, all right, we got to try and flush this. So I got the two liter bottles of water, so 4 liters of water.
Yeah.
I put it in the tank because so as you know that thing fills up with water and that uses that to push and
Yeah.
do that. So I poured 4 liters in. I flushed the 4 liters. Nothing. It didn't budge at all. I was like, holy fuck, how many liters of water do I need?
You know, there's an easier method that uses less water, right?
What?
So I learned about this from like, during like earthquakes or like typhoons and stuff like that, where
Yeah.
the water might just suddenly be cut off.
Yeah.
What you do is a lot of toilets, the thing that separates the bowl from the pipe
Yeah.
is this little flap.
Yeah.
And when you flush the toilet, the pressure from the water
Yeah.
is the thing that opens the flap.
Yeah.
So what you do is what you should have done is you should have gotten those 2 things of water, filled it in with a bucket,
Yeah.
and then flush the bucket down the bowl all at once, because then that's so much more water going into the bowl all at once that it opens the flap.
I don't know.
I'm just saying this is like a normal thing. It's a Southeast Asia thing. A lot of toilets don't have automatic flushes there.
There
We
you go.
use the bucket technique.
Yep.
I was like, what
Works everywhere. It's a universal constant.
When I heard you pouring the water into the toilet, I was like,
No.
inside, I was like, no, Connor,
no, wait, no. Not the place you poop.
Right.
Yeah, the tank
The
itself,
tank, the
right?
tank,
Yeah,
yeah, the tank.
That's not
Yeah.
how you're supposed to do
No.
it.
You get a bucket and you just pour it in the place you poop, and you just.
Oh, I did that too, but it was too much.
How big was your shit?
It was 2 people's shit, and my one was at least a 1.5 size. Like it was a big one, and so now this is like what would have been maybe like even a tough flush on a normal day.
Yeah.
Had become just way too big of a flush.
Right.
And and now it was starting to smell pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, I
in my
bet.
apartment. It
Yeah.
was just kind of like, oh my god. So I went down again and I got fucking 8 fucking bottles of water, which is like
like
4
16
bottles.
liters.
Sorry, so 8 liters of water.
Yeah.
Right.
And I flushed it again, and it didn't fucking work. And I was like, oh.
I think you just have a broken toilet at that point.
I was like, no, this is too big. It was too big. But it did flush some of it. So then I had to go down again and get more. And then finally, I managed to get it going. And I was like, holy fuck, I used like 10 liters of water to flush one shit. And now every time I go to the toilet and I flush, I'm like, that's a lot of water I just wasted. Like, I feel
Yeah.
bad. I'm like, I drink less water than I flush down the drain every day.
Well, I mean, like I'm used to not flushing every single time
Peas,
because in Australia, like we're in a drought, like
Yeah.
all the
Oh,
fucking
okay.
time, right? So they actually teach kids being like, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Yeah.
That's it. Kai, you know what I'm talking about, right? You don't? Fuck. Am I the only one?
Joey's like to the only other Australian. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. No, it's a me thing.
Kai, you're supposed to have my back. But that's how I was taught, because it's like you don't want to waste water, because you use, as you found out, you
Yeah.
use a shitload of water to flush the toilet.
It's
literally a shitload.
I
shitload.
knew it was a lot of water, but I guess just visually having to pour that much water in to have one shit was
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think the
This
problem
is
would
like
have.
that's how people must feel like when they find out like first world people when they find out like poverty exists. Like, oh my god, They live like these?
Damn bitch, you live like this.
Like I obviously like I was familiar with how plumbing works, but
I think the strat that you should have done is you should have not taken the shit on top of the shit.
No, that was me. That was me being pretty gung ho about it. And I was
Yeah.
like, it'll come back on anytime. And it didn't come on until like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, this
Goddamn.
fucking sucks. Yeah, it was out all day.
Right.
So that was kind of shitty.
Okay, like what's the longest you've gone without a shower or a bath? Because
1 week.
1 week?
I'm sure there was
Yeah.
a long period that I can't remember.
Yeah.
Right. Because like I remember there'll be some points, right, where, the water was working, but in England, we'd have a boiler. And, for some reason, the boilers are
I
always
fucking
prone.
hate boilers.
Yeah, fucking
If
hell,
someone
right?
takes one fucking bath and it's like, all right, no one gets to have hot water.
Yeah, no one
yeah,
gets to have
yeah.
hot water. You can wait like 2 hours.
What a shit system.
Yeah. So sometimes the boiler just doesn't work, and sometimes you have to wait a while to get like plumbing there, and the plumber there to like either replace the boiler or fix it or something. So you'd there would be like sometimes like a 2 week stint where I just would not have any hot water, right? Like, are you okay showering cold shower?
If I have no choice, yeah.
If I have no choice, yes. Yeah.
Even if it's in England in the winter.
Maybe not.
Yeah, because like I remember that like the boiler would always obviously like break at always like the worst points, and I remember at one point I just started getting used to it, and I didn't take cold showers, but I did feel like I had brought like, let's say, the third world country experience to England, because what we'd have is like we just bought like extra like massive pots and pans. It would hit about like 6 p.m. and my dad's like, does anyone want a shower? And I'd be
Turns
like,
on the stove.
Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, I'm planning to shower in about now. And my dad like brings out like we had like 4 like stoves. So we bring out like 4 massive pots, start filling it up with cold water, and start like boiling our hot water for like the evening, which is what we'd use.
It's got to be so inefficient compared to a boiler.
Probably
right?
is
That's gotta
very,
waste so
very,
much more
very, very
electricity.
inefficient.
How do people live like that, man?
Oh no, man! Privileged lifestyle.
For me, with like a week, it wasn't so much like I didn't want to take a cold shower. It's just we didn't have water to shower because I was out in the middle of fucking nowhere camping for a week.
Yeah.
So it's like the water is very scarce because we're very far away from civilization. So it's like we're gonna save all
it's
this
Australia.
water, and it's Australia. So we're gonna use this water to drink. And so I had no choice but to just not shower for a week. And then when I got home and I had that shower, I felt like I was born again. I was like, all my sins were just getting washed away for not showering for a week. Never again, though.
Yeah, isn't it like was it Johnny Harris that made a video where he was like didn't shower or didn't shampoo or didn't wash his
Didn't
hair?
shampoo,
Okay. Because I didn't know
People with dreadlocks like first time.
because I didn't know if it was the science where it's like better to not shower or if it's better to not wash your hair.
Well, I think there's a few things. Again, we could be all lying, and chatting out of our ass, but I think that like, I think showering or at least washing your body with soap every day is unnecessary.
Yeah, because it gets rid of like the oils.
Yeah,
you know?
you don't need to. You don't need to shampoo every day either.
Yeah.
No, I think shampoo, they say you should maybe do like twice a week.
But even then, I think it's like contentious.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it depends on your skin. What is it?
I'm an oily boy.
All right. Guy talk. All right. How far do you boys go with grooming yourselves? Like in terms of like, okay.
In terms of where?
Okay. Here's
What about
okay. Question one. Do you shave your chest hair?
I don't have chest hair. I have like 3 little strands of hair that is just like 3 little strands of my manlyhood just being like, yeah, you're a big boy.
You're a man.
You're a big boy.
I don't. Isn't it
You
weird
don't?
though how hair grows on the body in like just completely different random assortments? Why can't we just grow like fur like a monkey? Like all over.
What do you mean?
Like my legs are hairy, my arms are hairy, and my chest's a little hairy, but like not much else. And it feels just kind of random when my body was like, let's here. And it's like, at least the fucking monkeys were like, let's commit.
Yeah, we're all over.
Like, monkeys commit with having hair all over.
They were like, let's just get it all over. Like, why do this mishmash bullshit? Like, I don't know. But what other types of grooming?
all right, armpit hair. Do you cut or shave those?
No.
I think I someone told me that if you cut it, you sweat less. So I tried that because I feel like my armpits, and especially in the summer here, just go like fucking faucets.
Yeah.
But I find that it only helped slightly.
I think the problem I have, I think I remember cutting my armpit hair once in my life. Because I was like, okay, it's getting a bit long. It's kind of getting a little bit
fucking scissors.
Yeah, just like trim it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You don't use a shaver?
Just to fucking shave it.
No, I just fucking. I wasn't.
You get a fucking barber to be like,
I wasn't.
Bro, let me start.
Bro,
this
he's got
shit,
like a
man.
grade
I wasn't even in the shower. I just like went to my room, got a pair of scissors, and just went.
Bro, what the fuck? Do you not have like a body grooming thing?
Not when I was in high school.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was in high school, so like I barely had any body hair that I needed to shave. Right? Like I couldn't even grow a proper beard back then.
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
I was like, okay, it's kind of getting long and annoying. So I'll just like maybe just go half, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
So that it's out of the way.
Yeah.
Problem is, and this is the same problem when you shave your genital area, is that there's a point where it gets really fucking itchy. And it gets so annoying. So like after a while, like the new hair is starting to grow, and then this itchiness just comes, and it's like your armpits are just constantly itchy. So you just turn into a fucking monkey. You're just doing this the whole day.
That's why I never shave like all the way. I don't go right to the skin. I always leave like a little bit. But I mean, like I've recently discovered the power of like shaving your armpits as well, and I've just realized how much easier it is to get deodorant to fucking stay.
Oh yeah,
I understand the effects of deodorant now. like anime fans, anyone who goes to convention, maybe this is a fucking life hack.
They don't know what deodorant is.
Because sometimes when I was like a teenager, I'm like, my armpit hair was like really, really long. No matter how much deodorant I would spray on there, or no matter how much I would shower, for some reason, there would always be this like fucking lingering smell there that I could never get rid of.
Yeah, because when your hair is long here, you're basically just putting deodorant on the hair.
Yeah, you're basically putting deodorant on the hair, and the sweat just sticks to the hair as well.
Yeah.
And
I love when we talk about this shit because someone always diagnoses us with something wild.
That's a sign of ADHD.
Someone's always like, actually, this happened when I talked about the pimple on my ass as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like someone said what it was, and I was like, actually, that could be right.
yeah.
They were like, yeah, I don't know. It was
That means you've been taking too much dick up the arse.
yeah. Exactly. No, I mean, I feel like guys don't talk enough about self-care and self-grooming techniques, and I just like it was literally like 3-4 years ago where I had a group of guys in England, and we just randomly brought up this topic, and I was like, shit, this is literally the first time I've ever had this conversation in my life.
Okay,
go.
Sorry.
Yeah, every guy has a different grooming technique. Every guy takes care of themselves differently, and sometimes just by talking about it, you realize, oh, I never shaved my armpit hair before because no one really talks about that.
Does it not get itchy though?
Huh?
Does it not get itchy?
Not if I do it with like an electric razor,
Right.
And I have
that's good.
yeah,
I use
that's,
electric razor for
yeah,
everything.
like electric razor, and I have one specifically just for like my body, and it's just like a number one.
You've one
number
for,
two.
I use everything.
Use
All the same
everything
on my face.
Oh, bro!
Wait, so what
wait.
hold on.
Do you use the
Do you use
same
it on
one
your
for your
balls?
beard as the ones for your down under?
I do, yeah. Well, because I'm washing my body. Like it's fine. It's just hair.
Bro,
Not sure about that one, Chief.
Bro,
no.
what are you? Come on. It doesn't matter.
That's like if you got a razor and you just started, going to town here, and then you're like, well, my beard is getting a bit long. It's like
It's not okay. Hold on. It's not like that. I'm not like boop 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 boop. It's like
start from the left side on both sides.
It's like one or the other gets done.
Right.
Like, and it's like I never just do it. Like I've always washed myself completely, and then I always like trim whatever it is.
Right.
But
It's just the principle
I
of it,
don't trim my balls that often. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how often do you?
This should be like the perfect spot for a men's.
yeah. This would be the perfect.
So yeah,
spot.
that was the question I was gonna ask, because I was gonna ask, how often do you shave your like genital area?
Okay, so
Is it TMI? I feel like it's TMI.
I don't think this is TMI.
I just vibe it out. I just feel it.
It's-
Some
yeah,
days
it's-
I'm like, fuck it. I don't have like a monthly time to do it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't have that either. But like, if you hash it out over a year, how often are you doing it?
Fuck those. I don't
Probably
know.
like once a month. I reckon.
Once a month.
As you can tell with my beard, my hair grows really quickly to the point, and I have hair growing on like really annoying parts of my body as well. Like I had to start waxing feet hair. Right?
Oh wow!
And it's not like my feet were like furry. They'd just be like
men got big feet.
yeah. There'd just be like odd strands of hair, like randomly on my feet that would just get caught up whenever I, put on shoes or whenever I just go about daily life, and it would just get annoying. So one day I just got like Sydney has like a waxer, so I just like fucking just got a wax thing, just fucking waxed all my hair off my feet, and it's just nice now. It's just nice.
Maylene always talks about laser hair removal. Whenever I say anything, she's like, "You should laser hair removal." I think Maylene just wants all body hair eliminated from the earth. But she's very quick to recommend it. I've never had it. I don't know anyone who has.
Yeah.
Sounds like it hurts.
I think so. I've seen videos of it, of people getting it done. And like, I think the ones in Japan, they literally get it.
Because in Japan, it's very common for people to do it
Yes.
for their face. Because in Japan, obviously clean shaven is like the look. And some people who maybe grow stubble, they're just like, just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have to fucking shave this all the time.
I think in Japan as well, a lot of guys get what's called a VIO.
Yeah.
So it's like the V, the I, and then the O.
What?
Wait.
Wait.
The V is like your, where the hair would be like in the front.
Yeah.
Like it's shaped like a V.
Yeah.
The I is your ass crack.
Yeah.
And the O is your asshole.
Wait. Hold on,
This is my first time I've ever heard this.
Wait, what are they doing with this VIO?
So basically, it's the areas that they're getting rid of the hair.
Oh.
Yeah, so when you go get a lot of like hair removal, like laser removal stuff, they usually ask like, where do you want it done? And the most common one is a VIO. So it's just like getting rid of all the hair there because, I guess the general consensus is no one really wants a hairy asshole.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Which, I get.
I just feel weird just searching up ass hair clinic removal, booking in a slot, pulling my ass down. Someone fires a fucking someone just fires a fucking laser beam at my asshole.
I've seen videos.
Like, I'm just like, God, like what world am I in?
I've seen videos of it. It literally looks like kind of like a taser, and it makes the sound of a taser. Like they press it up against the sand,
it's clicking a
and it
bunch.
just goes like.
Isn't it like clicking a bunch?
Yeah, it's clicking a bunch. Apparently it hurts.
Yeah.
What is the deal with the hair on like the knuckles of your toe? Like, what is the evolutional point of that?
No, that's the
That's the hair you wax.
that's
off?
the hair. I
Yeah,
wax
I know.
off.
I have that, but
That's
I
so
have that.
fucking annoying.
I don't know. I kind of like it. Because if I touch it, I'm like, oh, it feels weird. But also, what is the fucking point of that?
I
Like,
have no
I'm
idea.
looking at it, I'm like, this, sure, it's there. But I'm
Yeah.
like, what is the evolutional benefit of me having 4 fucking strands of hair on my like big toe?
Okay, here's the question: do your hair have like a growth limit in terms of like your body?
So,
hair?
yeah.
I think so,
I don't
yeah.
fucking trim it.
How long does it get? Like,
Where, on my
the
toes?
Yeah, on your toes.
I don't like that.
Yeah, mine's about that.
And you that doesn't bother you like that long, and it doesn't bother you?
No, like that. Like, as in like, that you between these two
Like
distances.
about that.
Oh, like that. Oh, mine gets fucking long. Mine gets like that,
What?
which
Yo,
is
you-
why
what
I
the fuck?
which is why I had to start fucking waxing it because it just
Yeah, like
gets
maybe a
it-
toe, like maybe
yeah,
that
it
much.
just gets like caught up in like so
What the
many
fuck?
like different things.
I saw I feel like I always have to like nose hair is super annoying for me.
Nose
Like,
hair is annoying
I
for me.
swear I trim it. Literally one day later, it's back. And I'm like, how the fuck does this happen?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I was walking in the train station and
Yeah.
they had these little pop-up things where they were like 20 minutes, they wax your nose and you're gone. Literally in like the train station.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, man, maybe I should do that. But also,
I've used those.
what if I fucking start
I've
crying
used
my
those
eyes
things
out?
that you see a lot in Don
No.
Quixote. The wax.
No,
the
I'm
hot
scared. No,
wax
no, no.
thing.
I'm scared of
And
those.
you like
No.
shove it in your nose and you let it harden and then you just.
Because you see those fucking videos where people pull and
Yeah.
then they pull the stick out, but the wax is still there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
I've done that before and it definitely got rid of it super fucking fast.
But also you need nose hair. That's the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's also like,
It's like earwax, right?
Yeah.
like I want to get rid of it. I just don't want the shit dangling out of my nose, like
Yes.
some kind of
I just have, like, a
Frankenstein-esque
nose trimmer,
character.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the nose trimmers never work good though.
Yeah, you hear the
No.
sound
I hear
of
the
hair
crunching.
cutting.
Yeah.
And then I pull out. I pull it out, and I'm like, man, there's like still like fucking 2 giant pieces. But I was
Yeah.
doing like a full excavation.
I feel like nose hairs only work if you fucking tweeze it out. That's because that's what I have to do when like mine gets too long. Because like the trimmers, like you said, it never does the job I want it to.
Yeah, I tweeze it as well, but I swear it comes back in like 2 days. I feel like I've got I have like mutant strength nose hair that just immediately spawns.
Yeah, you just have a spawn point in your nose.
I think I do. Like, it's so goddamn annoying.
It's like you died, spawned right back in here.
Maybe I should just go and do one of those wax things, see how it is. But I also feel like, man, I kind of like having the nice air filtration built into my body. That's what nose hairs are. They help like filter out
Oh
shit.
yeah.
So I'm like, man, I also would like to have.
Yeah, because I definitely have the problem of whenever I trim my nose hairs, the next day I'm sneezing like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Just because
But
the nose
you've-
hairs are kind of tickling me.
But like I know it's like I know they do a job, but when you clean it, you just never take like a fresher breath of air in your life.
No, I think you're mistaking freshness for like capacity.
No, that's
Yeah.
the thing. That's the thing. I'm like fucking Tanjiro.
I can smell
I'm like
things.
Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. Like it's just like.
I wish there was a method where I could like do something extremely painful where I'll never ever see the nose hair, but it can still just be there.
Laser removal.
No, it's gone.
Oh,
just
as
the-
in like
just-
limit the growth.
Just the hair that always wants to poke out. And I
Yeah.
could just specifically tell those hairs to fuck off and never come back. But the rest I can keep because I'm fine. I don't care about having nose hair. I just don't want the ones that pop out because it's like, oh, it looks fucking gross.
yeah.
All right, have you guys
People are
ever,
gonna fucking enhance on this.
yeah. They're gonna zoom in on our noses.
have you guys ever gone clean shaven down there?
Yeah.
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 I've never. Okay, here. How do you make it so it doesn't look fucking weird? I don't know.
It does. It
It always does.
Like okay, here's the dilemma,
If you
right?
have like a Johnny Sins monster cock, then it looks
Yeah.
great. But if you have a
Right.
normal sized penis, it looks weird.
Like,
Yeah.
what always weirds me out is like my legs are like super hairy, right?
Oh,
So at which point do you like draw the
You
line?
gotta do like a fade out.
Yeah, you fade.
You fade
You
it
gotta
out.
do a fade.
Okay.
So it's not just like, it's not just like the lawn is completely mowed, but
Yeah,
next
yeah.
doors is fucking like, up to my
exactly,
eyes, right?
exactly.
So you gotta kind of like gradually fade it out so it looks more natural.
It's just having like a patch in your like lawn without any grass in it, and the
Yeah.
rest is just like fucking.
But that's what I
foresty.
mean, right? Is that like, yeah, sure, getting a clean shaven, especially in the summer, it's like, oh my God, my balls can breathe, right? So
Yeah.
it feels good, but like, it's never gonna not look weird. Like, could you, like, that's like if a tree was growing in the middle of the street, it looks a bit weird, right? It's like a little too flat. It's the same thing, right? So
Yeah.
I think I've only ever done it maybe like once or twice, but other than that,
Not often.
not often.
Yeah, I've heard like the itchiness because I've never done it personally.
Yeah, and it
I've-
gets super itchy like
I've,
3 days
yeah,
later.
I've never done like the full clean. It's just like always, just taking care of it, a little bit of a
Yeah.
trim here and there. But yeah, I couldn't get over just like how do I not make this look like my legs and my fucking balls are just completely different.
The penis is
climates.
gross. It's a disgusting part of the body.
It is.
Yeah, so it's never gonna not look weird. But then again, it's like, did you ever like did you ever think to yourself like, oh, I maybe should trim because maybe I'm going to like an onsen or something?
No, because
I've seen the guys there, man.
Yeah.
The Japanese guys definitely don't give a shit, man. They don't give a shit if it's hiding their entire fucking penis.
Yeah, they
over
got
there,
an
man.
Amazon in there,
Yeah, they
dude,
got an
like-
Amazon. Man.
yeah, sometimes you can't see that pee-pee.
No. And I'm like, is it because the hair is long or because the pee-pee's short? Or is it
It's
both?
like both.
Probably
Yeah.
both. So I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was like an onsen in a different country,
Yeah.
maybe I'd be a bit more aware of it.
I'm sure there's an evolutional need to have hair for some reason.
I'm
down
sure
there.
there's a reason for it, yeah. There's always a reason for everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think guys should wear makeup?
Don't care.
Yeah, I think
Whatever you wanna do.
if you want to wear
Whatever the fuck you want to do, man. Like,
I mean, in Japan especially, there's been like a massive trend in the past couple of years of guys wearing like very light makeup.
Yeah.
But like, fucking people on TV have been wearing makeup for
Yeah.
decades now, right? So it's like, it's no different.
I feel like if you care whether or not people wear makeup, it's like, what's so boring in your life that you have time to waste caring about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, I started wearing makeup like on and off every now and again. I've like been doing it less just because I haven't really had time in the mornings. But I remember, I guess like
Like what kind of makeup?
Yeah. Talking like lipstick or
no, just like very light makeup. Most of it was just to fucking hide
Bags.
these,
I mean,
like,
I'm
eye
a
bags.
bag man. I got so many goddamn bags under my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Yeah, basically, it's just like because I was born with like bad bags under my eye because a lot of it's
Yeah.
genetics. Because like one of the
Cope.
I think
Yeah.
all three of us have bags under our eyes.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you can get rid of it, right? With like surgery or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know,
it's I've looked at the effects and it always gets rid of the bags, but I have like bad coloring under my eye as well. And like throughout my entire, I think we've talked about this briefly before, where my entire life it's a genetic thing, where I just look like I have really dark under eyes, and it does get better if I get more rested. But even if I'm like fully rested, have the best night's sleep of my life, I'm still gonna have some kind of like dark coloration under my eyes.
Why does that happen?
Sorry?
Why does that happen?
It's genetics.
No, but like, why does getting less sleep just turn your face looking ugly?
I think it's because your eyes get sunken, right?
Is it? I don't fucking know.
Something like that, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the some of it's to do with like I guess the blood flow to your eye kind of like area as well. So like for months I've basically looked up every kind of like, let's say cream or, you know, morning routine.
You can put like eye packs.
Literally I did like ice packs. I put cream on it. And, you know, it's especially since I started showing, that was around the time where I started showing my face more and more often on the camera. It was, you know, it was something I was trying to be a little bit more aware of. And like I've been used to this for my entire life. I've just gotten the comments from my friends or families. Oh, you look like you need to get more sleep. You should get more sleep. And then, you know, extrapolate that to like every fucking video I'd be in on like a YouTube comment. And then one day I was like, Sydney, this can sound strange, but do you have any like recommendations of like how to like hide your eye bags for using makeup and shit? Because she also does have genetically like bad eye bags like me. I feel sorry for our kid, man. God fucking damn.
Your kids are gonna be like fucking down here.
Yeah.
Doubles up.
Yeah, I mean like so one day she was just like, oh, let's try some, you know, very light makeup just to like hide your eye bags. And it was just like a fucking night and day kind of thing. I just started wearing it, and then for like a full on year I just got no comments about my eye bags. And it's not like it really bothers me. It's just like it was just a nice not having to like deal with those comments. Just having to explain for the millionth time, no, I am getting enough sleep, mum and dad, I am getting enough sleep.
I slept 12 hours last night. I'm good.
I just sometimes on camera you just look like you just got hit by a truck.
It's also sometimes just like, in the case of like a video, it's just like a lighting issue. Sometimes just like the bad lighting just like enhances the bags way more because of the shadow it creates.
Lighting is a big fucking thing.
Exactly.
Oh my
So
God.
it looks, sometimes it just looks way worse on camera than it actually is.
Today's episode is sponsored by PayPal Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer.
Guys, we've all been feeling the effects of inflation recently.
And with those high prices, it feels great to find a deal. And thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart.
Boys, imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites. When you go to the checkout, the Honey button appears. And all you have to do is click apply coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site. And if Honey works finding a coupon for you, you'll watch the prices drop.
Joey, what did you save using Honey?
Well, as you guys know, I am an absolute ring fiend.
fiend.
And I found a really nice ring on a website that I frequently use. And I thought, oh, it's a little bit expensive. But luckily Honey came through and I saved a whopping $25 on the ring I wanted.
You know, you probably used it on your laptop, right, Joey?
I did.
But it doesn't just work on your laptop. It works on your iPhone and your desktop. Just activate it on Safari and you can use your phone to save on the go.
If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll not only be doing yourself a solid, but you'll be supporting the boys as well. Get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/trashtaste. That's joinhoney.com/trashtaste. Links in the description.
Back to the episode.
Do you guys clean your ears as well often? Because I know you're not meant to.
Never.
Because you went to the ear cleaning clinic, right?
Dude, that was the worst experience of my life.
Did you feel good afterwards?
No, I didn't like it. I did not like it at all. I thought it was disgusting.
I actually do it like once every couple of weeks. Just because like I don't know why, maybe it's genetics or whatever, but like my ears produce a fuckload of wax. And if it gets left, then sometimes I've had just like straight up ear blockages before because of the wax buildup. So ever since I was a kid, like my mom used to like do that whole anime thing of like I would like lie down on her lap and she would clean it out for me.
I don't know. When I go shower, I just soap up, get around this area, get in there a little bit, but I never put my.
You don't go deep in.
No. Like if I just do like that, like kind of thing, right? I'm like, all right, that's enough. Like I don't.
For most people, that's enough.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't put a fucking like a bidet inside my asshole and clean it. Why would I do it for my ears? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just doing the rim.
Yeah, just doing the rim.
Just clean the rim, bro. Like it's dude.
I don't know if
I don't want to put shit in there.
I don't know if it's because my mum also did the ear cleaning thing ever since I was a kid.
I feel it's an Asian thing for sure.
It must be an Asian thing, but like because I've heard from like a million different places that you shouldn't use cotton buds to like clean your ears.
That's what it says on the goddamn packaging.
Yeah, it's what it says on the goddamn packaging, and doctors, ear doctors, health experts obviously know what they're talking about. But god fucking damn it, sometimes there is just an itch in there that I just cannot clear out.
I think that itch is in your head though.
Okay.
I've never.
No,
had
it actually is. It's
I've
literally
never
in our
had-
head.
No, I refuse to believe there's an itch in there. I've never had this itch.
You've never had the
I've
itch?
never had an itch in my ear.
Bro,
I've had it.
If I don't clean,
I think it's all in your head.
It
Literally,
probably is. It probably is a mental
I
thing.
think it's
but
a mental
like
thing.
if I don't clean
Mental
my
diff.
if I don't clean my ear for about like 4 days or something,
That's definitely mental.
It
That's
like
definitely
comes.
mental.
It comes and it's impossible to like get rid of. I've tried like other methods because I've read some
Have you done
articles.
like the popping technique?
I don't do that. What the fuck is the popping technique?
Sometimes, like, if I really want to, like, get rid of that itch and deep in my ear, but I can't be bothered to, like, grab the thing to, like, go in there. I just, like, kind of pop it like this every now and then. And it kind of helps. It's probably just placebo, though. It's all in my head, apparently.
I think this is all in your head. I don't think there's actually an itch in your ear. I think you're dreaming of it. But what is an itch?
No, yeah, I mean, what is an itch? Vsauce music. What is even an itch?
We're
But
getting into
I'm
it
itchy,
again.
or am I?
yeah. But no, I sometimes like I try, just what doctors recommend is that you need earwax, so you should just like rinse it out and just get the towel.
No, like
and
rinse,
just
like a
yeah,
lightly
and just clean
with
it.
a
Yo,
soap.
that itch is there, and I cannot get rid of it
Make me
without.
think about having an itch in there now.
Sorry?
Now I'm feeling like there's gonna be an itch because you keep talking about it.
Did you ever have, like, problems with your ears when you were a kid?
No.
Because I used to get ear infections all the time when I was a
No,
kid.
I've
Oh,
never-
really?
I've never had an ear infection.
Yeah, I've had multiple ear infections in the past. So I think that's just like kind of fucked up the inside of my ears for the most part.
Yeah.
And also I have like very light tinnitus as well
Fair enough.
from going to too many concerts. So
Yeah.
that probably doesn't help.
I've never really gotten sick ever. Like,
Really?
Like an
I mean,
infection.
ear
or anything.
infection isn't really like an
Yeah.
illness.
Ear infection is weird because I've only had like one ear infection once in my life as a kid, and because like it's an ear infection, that's where your balance sensors are as well.
Yeah.
And it was just so weird not being able to walk.
Yeah.
And just
It feels like you're dizzy all the time.
yeah. Like you stand up and you're like, I don't know if I'm up or down right now, and I've never experienced anything like that in my life where I literally felt like standing up felt like I was hanging upside down. It's super
horrible.
super fucking weird. But no, like I got my ears checked when I was in Thailand because I was like I don't know if watching all of these videos like made me a bit paranoid because I'd heard if you like try cleaning it with cotton like earbuds, like cotton buds, that you like push the wax in. I was like, I want to make sure I'm not doing that. And yeah, I got it checked, and apparently like I'm hoping this wasn't the itch, right? Because they looked at my ear, and I don't know if like when you got your inner ears cleaned, right? That was obviously like, did they take anything out of your ear, or did they just check
A
it?
lot of out.
Oh,
A lot
really?
of stuff out.
I do not feel comfortable having an object that
sick.
deeply into my ear.
He went so fucking deep in my ear.
Yeah.
I like basically was on the like the moment he took it like the shit out of my ear. I just went to the toilet and I was like on the toilet like vomiting. I was like, this shit's so gross. It was horrible. It was a horrible experience. Like I nearly fainted from it because I was like, this
Oh,
is-
really?
Yeah. It was really bad.
Yeah.
I did not like it at all.
Yeah, there was like a single piece of hair, like a single strand of hair just stuck in my inner ear as they were like cleaning it out. And I would just,
sounds so gross.
I would just never forget the feeling of just like the ear doctor was like, okay, whatever you do not move. And I was like, what are you going to do? And she was like, I think I see a single strand of hair. And I was like, okay, cool. She's just going to clean my ear. It's just a single strand of hair. She sticks like whatever she sticks in. I think it's like tweezers or something.
Yeah.
And I'd never felt something pierce my ears so deeply that I could hear like every little movement of the strand of hair.
Yeah.
And it's like everything is like bass boosted. That's kind of what it
How did you
feels
stay
like.
still? How are you not?
How are you not laughing?
Honestly, it tickled a lot.
Yeah.
It took everything it had in me just to sit still. But
Yeah.
holy shit, it was so. Oh, it felt so
It's
satisfying.
like getting a splinter out.
It is.
right?
It is
Man,
getting
I
like
just-
a splinter. I don't know how long that was like stuck in my ear. Maybe that's why my ears were like constantly.
See, but now
itchy.
the question is, how the fuck did it get in there in the first place?
it could be like it's a fucking hole in your body, man. It could be any reason. I remember when I was a kid, my one of my physics teacher came in one day and he was like, yeah, I got a fucking moth vacuumed out of my ear. I was like, what?
Oh, fuck. I've had that as well, actually.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, but it wasn't a moth, it was a mosquito.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like,
Oh shit.
like it was a mosquito that, like, because, you know, Australian summer, fuckload of mosquitoes, especially if you're outside. And I remember, you just reminded me. So, like, I had this mosquito where, like, there was a mosquito buzzing around near my ear. And I think I must have, like, killed it close to my ear enough that the dead mosquito went into my ear.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel it for the longest time. And then down the road, I was like, oh, man, feels like something's, like, blocked in my ear. So when I went to the doctor, the doctor looked in, she's like, yeah, there's definitely fucking something in there. And she pulled out like a dead mosquito. And I was like, that's probably what it was.
That's like that meme of you swallow 10 spiders in your sleep.
Yeah, right?
10 spiders get in your ear.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that was traumatic.
Top 10 reasons why mosquitoes are fucking assholes. Why did they do that thing when you're like sleeping and they just like it's always the ear.
Yeah.
Like you can hear a mosquito just buzzing around and every so often it will just come right by your ear.
I don't think I've ever been bitten by a mosquito.
You've never been bitten by a mosquito?
so.
Maybe you're just not aware of it.
I've never seen like a bite on my body from anything.
You also rarely go to countries where mosquitoes
That's true. Like we don't have them in the UK.
Yeah, mosquitoes don't exist.
Go
in the
to
UK.
the Inaka here during the summer.
Yeah.
You'll definitely get bitten.
Yeah, whenever we're out together, you're like, I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. And
Yeah, it's because
like,
I'm tanking it all for you.
yeah, and I'm like, really? I never get bitten by anything ever. Like,
I've noticed even like I don't know what it is, something about my blood. Maybe it's like my blood type. But like in Thailand,
He has a mosquito aggro skill.
Oh no,
He's
yeah,
just like,
I have
over here.
I have mosquito aggro. So like every time we go to Thailand, even if a mate like normally gets bitten by mosquitoes, as soon as we hang out together, they just never get bitten because I like tank all the mosquito bites for them.
well, isn't
I
it
get,
like some
twice the
people as
amount of
well? They
bites.
get bit, but some people's skin doesn't react to being bit, and other people's does.
Yeah, it's same with bed bugs as well.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
some people get the red bumps, some people don't.
Yeah.
Maybe I get bit. Maybe I get bitten. I just don't get.
I used
the
to get
bumps.
them really bad.
What, bed bugs?
No, mosquito bites.
Oh, okay.
Like I had, maybe it's because the mosquitoes in Australia are just OP, but like I used to have days where like I don't even feel the bite. I might be like outside in my backyard just like doing something during the night, and then the next morning I'm like, what the fuck is this giant red patch?
I wonder if they can tell my blood is shit. I wonder if that's why.
That's a good thing.
They land and they sniff and they're like, nah, this shit.
Yikes.
Yeah, because I must have like fucking sugar sweet blood or something. Because
Maybe you got the right concoction of vitamins and.
yeah, because like I'd been told when I was a kid, it's because like you live abroad, so that's why you get bitten a lot. And like the older I've grown up, the more I just realized, no, even if there's a foreigner next to me, it doesn't make a difference. I'm still the only one getting fucking bit. It doesn't matter how long I live in Thailand, I still get like the same amount of bites.
I think it's got to do with like a number of things. Like your blood type is one thing, but also like how high your blood sugar is, and like just all that kind of stuff just thrown together. Because in Japan, it's like, oh, if you have Ogata, like O blood type, you're more likely to get bitten by mosquitoes.
I do think I actually have O blood actually.
I don't know what my blood type is. I feel like I should know, but
do you know what your parents' blood type is?
no. Who knows that?
Wait, hold on. You
You've
literally
had your
have
health checkup
Yeah.
every 6 months, Connor.
Does it say it on the paper?
Yes, it does.
Also, you have
Where?
a blood condition. You should probably
Wait,
be
where
the
does
one
it say it on
person
the paper?
like at the top.
Really?
Well, when they take the blood, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, so we took your blood. We don't know what type it is though.
Yeah.
Wait. I only saw I never saw a blood type on it.
Yeah, it has it. Mine says O.
This is like just a letter O.
Yeah, it's either O, A, B, or AB.
Oh, maybe I just didn't notice it because it was under like all the other A's.
Maybe he was like, yo, I scored an A in blood, man. Fuck yeah.
Honestly, I probably just because it's probably in Japanese. I just saw an A and I was like, oh, okay.
Like, oh, that's good, right? I got good blood.
Oh, wait, is it blood type? Wait, no, because you get tested on your blood as well, right?
Yeah.
The quality of your blood.
Yeah.
So maybe I just thought, I don't know, man.
I mean, if you're getting tested on the quality of your blood, they'll probably tell you what your type is as well.
You're saying that it's definitely there.
I'm 100% sure it's there.
Is it really?
There's no reason for it to not be there.
Yeah, I guess I never looked up. I just never really noticed.
Yeah.
I probably should notice. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, considering you have a blood
Yeah, but
condition.
yeah, true. But I mean, I think normally I get like a factor injection, not blood injection normally. Like a factor 8 injection. It's not like
What's that?
it's the stuff that I'm missing. It's not.
okay.
I normally don't need a blood injection. I actually think to stop the blood from, like I can temporarily have something in my body that will act normal.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't most of the time I don't need a blood transfusion or anything like that. I just need the missing component, which
But wouldn't they need your blood type for that anyway?
No, not for that.
Oh, really?
No, because it's in everyone's blood.
Oh.
It's just the thing I'm missing.
Right.
So that's why I think I never had to learn it that much.
Hopefully, touch wood.
Yeah.
You never.
You should probably know just in case.
Yeah. Just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, I had a medical bracelet at one point, and I lost it. I just never got another one. So I just hate bracelets too. I just think they're annoying.
Bracelets, but you wear watches.
Yeah, but it's different.
Is
a watch
it?
is nice. It's
What's
weighty.
what's a medical bracelet like?
Just tells you, like, hey, where my treasure's hidden if I die. No, I'm kidding.
That's the One Piece
You
location.
never seen
Yeah,
a
yeah.
medical bracelet?
I've not seen anyone wear one.
It's like a white band, right?
It's like it can be white. It can be anything really. It's like engraved with information.
right,
They normally check your. It
engraved. So it's actually like
could be like a metal thing, and it
Stamped
could
on.
be like saying like, hey, this is what he has. Just
Okay,
so
okay.
that like,
He's a cunt.
oh, you're a sick cunt. This one, mate. So it'd be like, hey, here's hemophilia, this type of hemophilia. So they'd know right away. They're like, oh, we got to get some of this stuff.
Right.
Instead of
Right,
having
right.
like,
Do a background
find
check,
out.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I don't know how fucking.
probably needed in America. It has your like insurance on there as well.
I don't
Hopefully,
fucking know. No, I don't know about that.
I think it just has like general information that the doctors need in case they need to perform any kind of like
It
emergency
just
thing on
mine
you.
just said like what I had.
Right.
Just so I guess so it's much quicker for them to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
And to get the stuff they need.
Okay.
So I did have that, but I lost
Yeah,
it.
you should probably get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
annoying to get one. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, but it also, your life's kind of dependent on
you're
it.
right,
So
you're right, but it's fine.
it's like, life insurance kind of annoying to get.
I know
but-
there's other stuff you can get. Like some people have. There's other stuff. I know there's a technology, and I can't remember what it was, where basically it would just like it would send everything to a phone, and then apparently I can't remember this. Can you Google this or something? There's some kind of technology they have where they can instantly see everything.
Oh.
Like, and I can't remember what it was.
Like
Maybe
a-
it might
like a
NFC
digital
or
medical
something.
bracelet?
Yeah, something
Right.
that you could have. I can't remember. It might have been a card that, like an NFC chip that taps, and then it could tell. And
Yeah.
fucking these poor fucking EMTs are like, "What? Would you got the new update for this app? I can't download his life-saving medical information."
It's like, sorry, my 4G's out.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
look at it.
Well, I don't know. Like I guess I'm kind of like, I'm kind of not the same, but like I have asthma, right? Rarely ever comes up, but I don't know if this, if I kind of just willed it away or if it's a normal thing to
It's all
like,
in your head.
if it's like a normal thing that happens as you grow older, but like I had asthma as a kid, and it wasn't like horrible asthma. I would call it more like mild asthma,
Right.
At like the worst. But I would have to. There would be points as a kid where I would have to like use my inhaler, right? Whether I'd been exercising or a lot of the times it would just like randomly come about. I don't know what exactly caused it, but something caused it. And I know this is like the wrong fucking mindset to have, right? But I always saw it as like I always saw it as a weakness, right? Which is the wrong fucking mindset
That's
to
a
have.
very like kid way of looking at it.
It is.
It's a permanent debuff.
Yeah, because having I don't know how to describe having asthma and just having that hit of an inhaler.
Dude, I was so jealous of those kids. I thought that was sick when they got to do that.
It's like, yo, you doing drugs?
They just go like, I'm like, dude, that's badass. I want to try.
It's like, yo, give me some of that.
But like it's so weird because like you take the hit and you go from like feeling like your chest is like congested and like you can hardly breathe to like having the clearest breath of like breath of air in your life. And I was just like, you know what? Every time I'm doing an asthma hit, I'm admitting defeat. My lungs are stronger than this. I don't know why I thought this as a kid, but I would like it would only be like to the limit where I would be like in pure discomfort. Because sometimes I'd have like a mild kind of like asthma thing, and I would just be like, no, my lungs are stronger. My lungs are built different.
I'll just breathe harder.
I'll just literally breathe harder, and it's like I would wait to push it to the edge before like I could like barely breathe, which is fucking stupid.
That's dangerous.
I don't recommend that. I was a dumb kid who was just trying to like fucking will this asthma away, but like for some reason when I like reached teenagehood, when I reached about like university age, I just noticed that like more and more I just got like less asthma attacks, and I don't know what caused it. I don't know if it's just part of growing up or if just like my stupidity played a factor in just my body reacting differently to certain situations.
Yeah, because it's interesting because like I didn't even know that like asthma was a thing like that. I thought it was always just like a permanent thing where like the moment you develop asthma, you have it for the rest of your life. I didn't know it was like a thing that just like went away or came back.
I still think I have like very, very, very mild asthma. I haven't had to use
but it's not as bad as when you were a kid, right?
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Like before I could not travel without my inhaler just in case. But I haven't needed to use my inhaler. Like I still have my inhaler in like every travel pack that I have with me whenever I go travel, but I haven't had to use it in, I think it's coming on to like a decade. Well, I haven't had to like use my inhaler. So it's been a long time since I've had like a proper bad asthma attack, and I don't know what factors played into that, but I just looked back and I was just like, why was I so adamant on using the fucking inhaler? I
guess it's kind of the same thing as like allergies, right? Because like allergies are also the same thing. Because like, you know, I had fucking horrible hay fever in Australia, and I always like saw it as defeat if I like had to pull the tissues out in the middle of a conversation to like blow my nose. I'm like, no, I'll just fucking breathe harder. I'll just fucking do one of those, and I'm like, I'm good.
I don't need that.
But then I realized much later on that like doing the hard, disgusting, like liquidy sniff is way more uncool than just getting a tissue and just blowing that shit out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I totally get that whole like it's a weakness thing, even though it's not. Like fucking everyone,
it's
like
not,
so many people have asthma, so many people have hay fever. It's like nothing to be ashamed of. But like, I don't know what it is. It's like something about you being a kid, just being like, no, I'm not like the rest of them.
I refuse.
I refuse. I am a strong boy.
I'm gonna get through this, okay? Body, fucking listen to me. You can fight through this. You can just breathe. Just
Stop
breathe.
being weak.
God, we are the worst medical advisors of all
my
fucking
God,
time,
yeah.
man. Hopefully, definitely don't listen to us to medical advice at all. We have someone with a blood condition who does not know their blood type. And an asthmatic who refuses to use his inhaler.
Just give me the universal blood. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
The universal blood.
The universal blood. What's the one? The O negative, is that one that works at everything, or is it AB? One of them works.
I don't know, man. You should be the one to know.
One of them works. Hey, it's the doctor's job. Not my
yo,
job.
dog, give me the universal one. The C7.
Give me the best you got, dog.
Give me a top shelf shit.
Are you cooking or what?
So, changing topics, I went to Hakone again yesterday. It's been a while since I've been to Hakone. And for the first time, I actually, explored some of the more, let's say, touristy areas of Hakone.
Did you go on the pirate ship?
I did not go. I'd heard about this pirate ship. No, we went up to the mountain, and, it just reminded me how far Japanese areas will push this one little thing as a selling point for tourism.
Are you talking about the black eggs?
I am talking about the black egg, man.
Those black eggs are a scam.
They are a scam.
It's a fuck. Okay, so we got to Hakone. I'm me and Sydney. So we're taking our friend Eugene there, and me and Sydney are very much just we just want to go and just chill out and just go to the onsen and chill out. And Eugene's like, no, I want to explore. I've heard this thing called this black egg that gives you good health, and you have to travel up this fucking mountain to get there. And so
sounds like the shittiest side quest ever.
It is the shittiest side quest ever. So we go up there, and we're and it takes took us 45 minutes to get up this mountain with all because Hakone, even though it's a touristy area, if you don't have a car, it's pretty hard to get around, right? Because there's limited taxis in the area. It's a very kind of hilly area. So what most people, what most tourists do is they go to their onsen, and then they just stay. right?
Yeah.
And then they just stay in that onsen for their entire duration and just relax. So actually, like getting around to different spots is pretty hard. So to get up to this mountain, to where like I guess there are kind of like geothermal activity.
It's the sulfur lakes.
Yeah, it's like sulfur lakes and stuff like that, which is it's fine. So, I don't know.
If you ever wanted to go to a mountain that smells like farts perpetually,
it's just
that's
like
the place to go.
It's literally like going there. You're like, oh, I'm smelling Satan's ass right now. This is what Satan's ass smells like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. Let's try this black egg that Eugene has excitedly like been talking about for the past 45 fucking minutes because I just want to go back to this onsen. And so we go there and we thought. I thought it would just be like one small shack or something that's up there. No, they have like this entire complex with just it's like a 2-story massive like shopping center based around this black fucking egg.
Yep.
I'm like, what the fuck? It's a black egg.
Like that is like that place is the epitome of milking the cow dry.
They
Like,
had an entire fucking museum there. Like, what are you? Why is this here?
and in all honesty, like when you actually find out about how they make the black eggs, it's really not that impressive. All they do is they get an egg and they throw it into a boiling sulfur pond for like 3 minutes, and then then some chemical reaction turns the shell black. When you crack open the egg, though, it just looks like an egg.
Oh, it looks kind of like weird because you see the egg and it's like warm and it's black, but I'm like, you could have just put this in fucking food coloring. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
And also the egg kind of smells like farts because of the sulfur.
Yeah, and the egg kind of smells like farts. So yeah, you crack it open and it's just a normal boiled egg.
Yeah.
I remember eating it and Eugene's like, I can really like taste the sulfur. And I took a bite and I'm like, this is like every other boiled egg.
It's just a hard-boiled egg.
It is a hard-boiled egg. I'm like, bro, this needs some salt in it, man.
Like you literally paid like the amount you'd pay for like a full pack of 12 eggs for one black egg.
And I'm like, the line to just get these eggs was like, it was the entire like length of the shop.
Yeah.
I'm like, the Japanese are a fucking master at marketing the stupidest fucking thing that people will travel to your prefecture to do.
The one thing though that's cool up there, I don't know if they still have it, but they have like an ice cream place, like a soft serve place that does black soft serves.
Oh, fuck's sake.
But it's all it is. It looks cool because
Yeah.
it's this pitch black ice cream.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I
like,
saw
like
that,
charbroil. It's just vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, they normally put charcoal in it.
Yeah, they put
Yeah.
charcoal in it.
Yeah, and that makes it pretty
But when you eat it, it's just a vanilla
charcoal
soft
vanilla
serve.
is actually pretty good though.
Huh?
Charcoal vanilla is pretty good though.
Charcoal vanilla is good, but is it worth spending 45 minutes to go up a mountain that smells like farts to get it?
Yeah.
Not sure.
You ever do that shit where you put like charcoal on your teeth?
Yes, I've done that.
like,
I've
clean
done
them?
that.
Yeah, I used to use like a charcoal
whiten?
face wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't work. I don't know if it's
It got rid of my acne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
like,
worked for me.
it's part of the problem with a lot of these, like, let's say, like self-grooming, beauty tips and stuff like that is I don't know who to fucking trust. Because let's be honest, like basically all of these products are made in a lab, right?
Yeah.
With some chemicals that you'd hope help whatever the fuck they're selling. But like every time I like go on YouTube or go on the internet to like search up how do I get rid of, let's say I have like a bad acne day or something. What's the best way to like get rid of that?
Yeah, a lot of the time it's like a lot of stuff like that'll be like, hey, maybe you should sleep more, exercise, and eat healthy. And then like, no, I didn't come for that answer.
Yeah.
I don't want that answer.
Like just stand in the sunlight for a little bit and it'll go away.
Well, I started wearing every morning I was using face masks for a while and I kind of like it, but it's also kind of annoying because you have to leave them on for like 15 minutes. It's like, sometimes I just want to get into streaming right away.
Yeah.
And then I know that a lot of people said wear sunscreen every day.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and I don't know if it is going to do
I think,
anything.
yeah.
I'll find out in
What
10
is the
years.
science of that?
Well, so obviously, like even when it's like cloudy and stuff, there's UV, and the UV is pretty bad for your skin in general. So the idea is that if you're just always wearing, and it's a moisturizing cream and sunscreen in two in one. So hopefully the idea is I get moisturized and also protect from UVs because
Bro's getting sunburned in his house, man.
Well, I mean, because like, even if I'm walking outside for like an hour, I'm putting it on.
That's why you don't use light mode. You're like, turn on light mode. You're like, my skin.
I think UV is what like kind of ages your skin. Like, it can speed it up. So even when I was hanging out with Ludwig, he was like, it was like a cloudy day, and he was like, "Oh, check the UVs." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I gotta check the UVs outside." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Gotta see if I gotta put sunscreen on." Like, what?
Have you ever you know those like strips, those like black strips that you see like on your nose that like gets rid of like blackheads?
Yeah.
Have you ever used them?
Yeah, I've used it.
Have you ever seen it be as effective as what those YouTube videos make it seem like?
I feel like it works, but not well enough to make me want to keep doing it.
Yeah, like I've seen videos, and especially the videos where they advertise it. Of course, it's going to be the videos they advertise it, and it looks so fucking satisfying just seeing like the little pins like pop out as you peel it. But
so what is this used for?
Getting rid of blackheads.
Blackheads on your nose.
Like on your nose and on your forehead and stuff like that. But every time I've seen someone do it, I swear to God, it just rips out their hair. I don't know. I never see any fucking blackheads on there.
They're just waxing their face.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I did it. I saw blackheads, but like I found that the results were so subpar that I was like, I don't even know I had these. Like I couldn't even tell. Like I never. The only reason I did it is because they marketed towards me and made me think that I had a problem. And so I did it, and I was like, I guess there's something on it, but I'm like, I don't really see a difference. I feel a difference, but that's just because I peeled my skin.
Yeah.
So I'll feel different no matter what when I do that.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being.
Have you ever fallen down the YouTube rabbit hole of like those fucking pimple popping videos?
No,
bro, I can't watch those. I cannot
so
watch
disgusting.
those. I don't understand. I'm calling out people who enjoy watching
I bet
videos like
Maylene
that.
likes them.
Yeah, I bet Maylin likes them.
So
Is Maylene here?
No, she's not.
She's left.
So no offense for people who love watching videos like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's so gross. I don't understand. Like people say like,
it's like a
it's
catharsis.
satisfying, and I'm like, slime videos are satisfying. Just watch those.
No, I do get it because when I pop my own pimple or something,
Yeah.
it is kind of satisfying.
Yeah.
Really?
What when you pop your own pimple and you get all that shit out of it?
It just hurts.
No, it doesn't hurt.
It does.
No.
I used to have mad acne on my face when I was in high school, and so like I would sometimes accidentally pop pimples just by like scrunching my face. And
Whoa, what?
yeah,
What?
dude, I had
popping pimples?
I had really bad acne when I
No,
was
dude,
in high
because when
school.
you get a bunch out, you're like, I felt kind of nice to get it all out.
Yeah, but then it just leaves a fucking scar on your face.
Yeah, not for long though.
Oh, sometimes it's permanent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't pop your
Yeah,
pimple.
I
had
actually
it, but it's-
I actually have some permanent scars on my face
shit.
because of it.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
But it's-
I have the beard to hide it.
But it's super fucking hard to not pop it because it's just so satisfying.
Yeah, dermatologists always say like don't pop.
But you
your
shouldn't pop
pimples.
your pimple. You
Oh,
should.
you're not supposed to?
No,
You're not supposed to.
Oh.
because it leaves a mark.
Because sometimes you can actually like push it like even like more deeply in.
Yeah.
If you pop it like incorrectly.
And then when that thing eventually pops, whether you like it or not, then it fucking hurts and it can start bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's
it's
the satisfying ones though.
that-
That's how you know you've got everything out.
So, but like, look,
What is your
granted,
factual basis for that statement, Garnt?
There's no factual
I made it
basis
the
for
fuck
this.
up.
okay, granted, right? Like, okay, I get it. Like, popping your own pimple, satisfying, right? Because it gets rid of
There's
this
other
thing
people
on your
who
face.
love popping other people's pimples too. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't want to see a random
don't either,
person's
no.
pimple getting popped super fucking up close, and where you can see all the fucking pus and like shit coming out of it. I'm like, that's just gross. I don't want to see that.
Do you think you'd take care of yourself if you weren't a YouTuber? How much less would you take care of yourself if you went on camera?
Well, I can show you a picture of when I was in high school, and it's pretty bad.
Yeah. I feel like I would have been the biggest fucking slob on earth. if I
Oh,
wasn't on
100%.
camera.
I would be like 300 pounds. Like, I just wouldn't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I take care of myself the same. I
would
don't
not.
know.
I would not.
I would not.
YouTube, like the only thing that I've done because of YouTube is kind of like when I put on makeup. But that was just like I would have probably done that eventually just because I would just have been searching for a way just to stop these fucking comments every time I see someone.
Yeah. I mean, it is frustrating, especially like if same with like if for some reason someone sees like a part of my like balding area,
Yeah.
every comment is like, oh my God, even though it's something I've spoke about like a million times.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that unfortunately is just like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And lighting, especially studio lighting, which is very bright, and my skin tone reflects. So it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't care about this nearly as much as the comments do.
Yeah.
But seeing all those comments is like, dude, can we just talk about the goddamn video?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we talking
Yeah,
about
no,
it?
exactly. That's the thing.
I get that.
That's the thing.
And I would never have cared about
Yeah.
like finding ways to kind of like, you know, make it better.
Yeah.
Until all these fucking comments were like, hey, you should, you know, why the fuck are you balding? And it's like, bro, what do you mean, why?
Yeah, it's not like I see.
Like you have a choice.
Like there's some people who post on like Reddit like, oh my God, Connor's balding.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean? Like, yes.
Like, who cares?
I had British genetics. I was fucked from the start.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I wake up every day. I'm like, oh my God, my
No,
eye bags look so
same.
bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes just like a slight annoyance, and I'm like, yeah, can we talk about the thing that I want to talk about? And it's, you know, it was just like an easy way just to like stop the comments.
Yeah.
But like, even if like I didn't have YouTube, I don't know. I feel like I've never put too much effort into like self grooming, but I've never been like full blown degenerate closet weed.
I feel like I would be a totally different person if I just didn't somehow end up doing these YouTube videos. Because I didn't really care about taking care of myself in any capacity.
Right.
I was like, I'll just do video games.
I would. The only reason I would take care of myself without the YouTube videos is like for my partner.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
if my partner is like, oh, you're kind of fucking fat, then I'll be like, all right, well, you know what? Maybe best to start getting in shape.
Yeah, you know that. Honestly, that's kind of like the best motivation.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I want to stay looking good.
Yeah.
For my wife,
your partner,
man.
yeah, exactly.
I want to stay looking good, and
Exactly.
like sometimes I'm like, yo, Sydney, do you want me to get like bigger muscles and like get a six pack? And she's like, no. And I'm like, part of me is just like, but what if I did?
Yeah, but what if I could?
Yo, how much would that make her happy if I did? Even though she says she doesn't want to see it, I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe one day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna commit to it.
sacrifice all your great food and drink to get a six pack? Because I'm not.
No one is worth it.
But the thing is,
No amount of physical gratification will compare to a great beer and some
That is
goddamn
true.
the thing
good
is,
food with friends.
I don't think like the reason I said six pack is because I don't think it would take me too much work to get a six pack just because I'm so thin as it is
True,
that
true.
like I've, you know, when I went to the gym more regularly before, I was like actually like I think quite close to getting a six pack because it was like starting to show just because I didn't have to lose too much weight for
Yeah.
like the muscle to start showing. So that's why I'm just like maybe one day.
That's why I was so glad when I also asked this same question, Arky. I was like, would you like it if I was like more toned and like, you know, six pack, maybe not a six pack, but just like more muscly toned? And she's like, no, I like you the way you are. And I was just like, oh, thank God. All right. Woman, hand me my pizza.
Yeah, whatever makes you happy, right?
Yeah. But of course she's gonna say that now. Of course, your partner's gonna be like, "No, honey, I love you just the way you are."
But
Don't
if
change
hypothetically
anything."
she said, I would like to see you in a six pack, I would probably try and do my best to give myself a six pack.
Fair enough.
You know,
Yeah.
because it's like if that's what makes her happy, then that's what will make me happy, right?
I'd be
Yeah.
like, damn, you're in the wrong relationship.
Well, I can call up Johnny Sins for you.
Yeah.
He's got a six
I
pack.
found it very so the most common if you ever try to, you know, you take like Rogaine or whatever, any hair medication, like the main one, the one
Yeah.
that's like the only one that's like FDA approved, whatever.
Yeah.
All the ads that you hear on YouTube and stuff all promote whatever.
Yeah.
I just found it so fucking funny that the one side effect, this drug, so they're like, you can stop losing your hair. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, there is a side effect there. And you're like, go on. It's like, there is a chance you may be impotent. And you're like, wow, what a cruel trade-off. You can feel and look more attractive and have your hair, but you're rolling the dice as if your dick will work. And you're like, God damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's the side. Like, it could have been anything. It could have been like depression, weight gain, any of those things.
It's
And
almost
like-
counterintuitive.
Yeah.
it's like a movie plot. You couldn't design this side effect more perfect for what the cause
Like,
is.
yeah, like, you know, that's the equivalent of being like, you can have the sexiest six pack to get
Yeah.
any woman
Yeah.
what you want, but you have to get a vasectomy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like-
yeah. But no, wait, no, I don't think that would be as much of a. Vasectomy, you still have the dick, Joe.
Yeah, you still have it. All right, we're going to chop your dick off.
Okay, all right, no, okay.
We're going to chop your dick off. Yeah.
But yeah, because I remember because I had this conversation with Didas before as well, because I told him that I was also taking.
He seemed to believe that it would just no matter what, if you took it, your PP don't work.
Yeah.
I told him, I'm like, no.
Yeah, so if you do your research, I believe there is 1% chance.
It's small. It's small.
It's a very, very small chance. I believe it's 1% that you'll just get impotency.
No, it's maybe not impotence, but you feel it's not. I was exactly.
You're less potent.
It's like you're way less. You have like way less desire for sexual activity,
Right.
and you could your PP might not work as much.
Yeah.
In that department.
So what?
If that matters to you.
Yeah, so yeah, I told Didas that, I take this as well. And the first thing he says to me,
He did the same fucking thing to me.
yeah, the first thing he says to me is, "Yo, did you win the gacha?" And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And he goes, "The dick gacha. Did you win?" And I was just like,
Oh wait, yeah, maybe okay. 'Cause I had the conversation with him where I was like, he was like, yeah, I don't know if I should start taking it, and I was like, well, I wish I did research sooner because like it completely pretty much stopped any kind of progressive balding.
progressive hair loss.
Like it's like kind of it's just normal now. Like, it's not normal, but like it doesn't get worse, and it got a little bit better.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dude, if you're even thinking it might happen, you may as well just fucking, if you're worried about it, just start now before you actually are balding, and then your hairline recedes, and you're like, oh well,
because there's no way to regrow hair that's lost without getting a fucking transplant or something. The only way that you can stop yourself, stop you from losing hair, is prevention. So you need to get there before. I know this sounds like an ad read.
This is like literally our
This is literally like the Keeps ad read, but that's because it's like I did my research even before getting.
Or you could just.
I used to think it was so cringe, all those ads that were promoting it, and I was like, this is fucking stupid. And now I'm like, god damn, I wish I fucking started sooner.
Use it,
so stupid. Because I think you always think, and I was very guilty of this as well. Like, because you just, when you're growing up and you have hair for fucking 20 years, you just always think, oh, this is never gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
You always think that, and then like maybe you notice one day. I think. Do you remember the first time you noticed?
Yes.
How do you feel comfortable sharing?
Yeah. I mean, like I believe I've told you this in private, but I knew I was gonna bolt. Basically, everyone on my dad's side is just bald and has, even if they haven't completely lost hair on the top of it, they've all lost their hair. And it's something.
Why didn't we tell them sooner? Why didn't we know sooner?
Yeah. So I remember because this was back in like the Sasuke hair phase, right.
My favorite phase.
I like my hair, okay, and not that I don't think I could pull off like a bald thing. I just don't know if I just don't know if I'm ready for it to be like my identity.
I mean,
you know what I mean.
You've had the benefit
got
of
plenty of
having
time.
tried
Yeah,
before.
You got plenty of time to go into that look.
And I've actually I have gone through that phase.
You've gone through a trial period
I've
before.
gone through the trial period of that phase. I know I can pull it off, but I'd like it to be, instead of be like a choice, I'd like it to be a choice rather than a choice that's thrust upon me.
Right.
So I remember when I was like 17, 18, I was like, Dad, everyone on your side of the family is bald. And I remember like what started this conversation was I remember seeing a picture of my dad when he was like, in his like 20s. And he had a lot of hair. Yeah, he had hair down to fucking here. He had more hair than I have.
That's always the case.
Yeah. He's had
Always
more
the case.
hair than I ever did in my life. And I was just like, oh, Dad, you used to have a lot of hair. He's like, yep.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it up.
And I was like, so like, out of curiosity, when did you start losing it? And he was like, oh, no, I don't remember. I think it was like around like 30 or something. I've never,
could've been
like,
nice.
I've never forgotten this conversation in my life because I remember this conversation is engraved in my mind because as soon as I heard that, as soon as I hit 25, I was like, started taking pictures.
Yeah.
I started taking pictures, and it is literally you going through the five stages of denial. As you are like tracking it, right? Because
you're
like
I must have just parted it weird. It must have just been laid out weird.
My hair doesn't go in this direction.
Yeah.
Everyone has a little dot.
Yeah, of course.
So like I started regularly taking pictures of like my scalp since I was around the age of like 25, 26. And I was like, I've beaten the genetics. 25 years old, beaten the genetics.
I pulled the gotcha.
Yeah. At age of 26, my dad's talking shit. I have a full head of hair, baby. Yeah. 27. Maybe that's a bad angle. Is that a bad angle? That might just be a bad angle. I still look good, baby. Age 28. Nah, I mean like that's like a normal hairline. That's, you know, everyone who gets old has like a little bit of like a little bit of receding recession there. I forgot what it was called.
Widow's peak.
Huh?
Widow's peak.
Widow's peak. That's just a widow's peak. That's just a widow's peak. Age 29. This is when I've like fully moved to Japan for like, you know, like the first year.
Yeah.
I was like, it could be. Like I'm. You know what? This. I know this looks like a bad picture. But maybe it's just a bad picture, bad lighting, and
Gotta get a new phone.
Yeah. And it was when I hit like the age of like 30. I just had like there was like one awful picture, and there was like one video where I believe like the back of my head was showing. I think it might have been like the drifting special or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, acceptance time.
Yeah.
I am losing my hair, but it still doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. So that's when I started doing like a lot of research into this. And ever since I started taking the pill, it's not gotten any worse. It's gotten like slightly better, nowhere near as good as when I started tracking it when I was like 20, 25 or whatever, but it's not gotten any worse, you know, which is a good thing, Yeah.
It was very strange. Did I ever tell you the story about how I asked my dad how he lost his hair?
No.
I was like, Dad, how did you, because he had like a giant bald area, and I was like, how did that happen? He straight up fucking lied. He lied to me. And
I escaped from a house fire.
He said that like while he was working, something dropped on his head, and that ever since then he hasn't been able to grow hair there. And because I was a fucking kid, I just believe him. And so going into my adulthood, I just had that in the back of my mind. I didn't think about it. And then now I realized the motherfucker lied to me. Why would he not just tell his kid that, hey, you bald sometimes. You just lose it.
Yeah, see, because
what the fuck?
In my family's case, I wasn't even the one that brought up the question. My parents used to just fucking give me shit about it, being like, motherfucker, you're gonna go bald.
Yeah, and you're like, what the hell?
Because like my granddad started like actually getting like a full patch here at like 26, 25.
Yeah, I mean, bro.
And he was like, sucks to be you, Joey. That's gonna happen to you. And I'm just shitting my pants like all throughout high school.
I feel like that's the right way to go about
it.
Because I feel like I
wish I was like talked about to me more. That it could be a thing that could happen. That hey, if you want to do something about it, you can do something about it.
Because one thing I've realized, right, especially in this case, the only reason I was super attentive about like my hairline and whether I was going bald or not, because swear to motherfucking God, every time I'd ask a loved one if I looked any worse, they'd just be like, no, you're not balding, don't worry about it, honey. Whether it's like fucking Sydney or my mom, full on Asian fucking mom being like, honey, you're not gonna bowl. Don't worry about it. It's just in your head. And it was only when I showed her pictures of when I turned 30 that she actually just like,
she was like, yikes.
And I was like, Mom, this is my hairline right now. Yo, you want to go back on your word? Because if I weren't taking pictures, this is where I'd be right now, Mom.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like if I ever see like a little, like you see a little bit of hair, like someone's head through the hair, you're like, oh, well, it's not you don't think of it as like a bald spot.
Yeah.
You're just like, I could just see their scalp.
Yeah.
But I guess when it gets bigger is when it's, there's a very thin line between when it looks like you're balding and when it's just like I can just see their scalp. But you keep track and then you notice. I remember one time, oh God, I must have been like 21 and I just was like, just saw something in the mirror because I somehow saw the back of my head and I was like, feels feels like my hair has been done differently.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't there when I checked a few months ago. And I was like, no, I got bald. I'm like 21. That wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure enough, it was.
Yeah.
And it wasn't getting any worse for a while. And then it suddenly just started getting a lot worse. And I was like, oh shit, I got to do something about this.
Yeah.
Or I got to just shave it all off.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy to do, but I'm like, man, it'd be nice to have it for a few more years.
What's the point for you where you're just like, all right, it's going to go?
I guess if it ever gets to the point where it just, from no matter what kind of like, because right now it only looks really bad if like studio lighting is shined on my fucking head and you can very much see just an angle of my head.
Right.
And it's like, all right, well that just looks like shit.
Yeah.
But you know, in a normal day, it doesn't look that bad, and you can't tell unless I'm like fucking showing you my goddamn scalp. And it's like, all right, well, I may as well just enjoy having hair for a little while, and then it gets to the point where if it always just looks bad or it always looks like it's thinned out, I'm like, well, I'll just get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it. I'm pretty. Oh, am I touching it now? I'm like, you know, if it ever looks like shit, I'll just shave it all off.
Yeah.
I'm not too bothered about going bald. I'm kind of like, whatever. But if I can enjoy it.
But there's that weird stigma, right, of people being like, oh, I don't want to like lose it all, so they just like try and fucking hold on to it because they're afraid of going bald. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with being bald.
Yeah,
I'm kind of, you know, that'll be the next arc in my life.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dudes who look fucking great.
Yeah. I'm just enjoying it now.
I think it's the choice thing because I
want a choice.
Yeah. It's not about not being able to rock a bold look because so many guys can. It's about having the choice of having like, because it kind of just feels like an identity, right? Because once you like commit to being bold, it's kind of like a big identity shift, right? And it's like, you know, a lot of people rock it and like fucking good on you guys, you know. But I feel like a lot of guys are just like, I could rock the bold look, but I like having the choice of whether I can like style my hair or not, or just being stuck with this one look for my entire life.
It would be pretty fucking hilarious if Trash Taste goes on for a lot longer and it just ends up being 3 bald dudes on a podcast.
Could see the arc.
Yeah. It's the bold arc.
The bald arc.
Yeah, but like any advice to like any guys who are worried about this, like just honestly keep track of it because your memory sucks. Your memory fucking sucks. If you think that you're balding, you probably are balding, you know, because like you'll be like, oh, I don't know, did I look any different 1 year ago? Let's be honest, you don't remember what you looked like 1 year ago. You don't remember if it's receded like 1 millimeter or whatever. But if you actually genuinely take pictures, that is like concrete evidence of, okay, I'm actually progressing. My hairline is actually progressing and I can like visually see it versus just you asking a mate being like, do I look like I'm balding? Because they're going to say no. Yeah. Because if we see them...
Unless it's like super significant.
Yeah, like, unless it's super significant. But at the end of the day, like if you see someone every day, you don't like normally see like a clear change. Like I remember, I still will always remember this where Connor talks about like being a bit overweight before like Trash Taste and shit like that. And in my mind, I was like, Connor's talking shit. Connor's actually talking shit. But I've seen Connor so many times that like his weight change before like he moved to Japan and before like he started taking YouTube more seriously. Like his weight change was so gradual to me that I I didn't register it at all.
Because now when I look back and look at like old photos of when you guys were like first visiting Japan, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Yeah,
I definitely was bigger.
Yeah.
But like I was losing it pretty healthily, like the way I was losing it. I wasn't doing it like rapidly.
No, it wasn't like overnight.
Yeah.
You know, I stuck to eating the chicken and broccoli for like 4 or 5 months and worked out a lot. And, you know, sure as shit, I lost weight.
Exactly.
It fucking sucked. But it was way easier as well because I didn't have as much of a social life. Like I find now that having a social life and going out and talking to people and having dinners with people is so much harder to actually like keep like on like an actual diet for me. Yeah. But it, you know, and it requires a lot more self-control. And back then it was a lot easier for me.
Because I had the opposite problem where like I used to be
you were
skinny.
I mean, you look at like the first episode of Trash Taste, it was like crazy.
I remember that.
I look like a different person.
It's kind of crazy how like you know how even just a few like a not even going from like it's not like you ever got like overweight or underweight, but like just how changing your weight in any capacity really makes you look different, but you don't notice it in the moment.
No, not at all.
I've been considering, so Sydney recently has gotten like ICL. It's kind of like eye surgery. And I think my stigmatism's gotten worse again. I don't know. There's sometimes I saw this really interesting. I find information in the weirdest way sometimes, and there was just this random Twitter thread, just detailing the like what people with astigmatism see, and I've never just had a moment where just this holy shit moment that just like me for real, because I just thought there's so many things that I just thought were just everyone saw, and then I saw this thread detailing this is what you have, this is what things will look like if you have astigmatism, and this is gonna sound like the biggest fucking excuse of all time, but there is a reason why I find light mode easier to read and follow. And like this thread details, you actually like the way that the lighting works and the ways that you see like perceived letters and thin details. Things are clearer if it's like a light background.
Light mode is probably the thing that's giving you astigmatism at this point. Bro, it's so fucking bright.
Light mode finna blind you, bro.
Yeah. It's just like a never-ending loop of like, oh, my eyesight's shit. Use light mode. Use light mode. My eyesight gets worse.
Yeah, but Sydney got ICL surgery recently, and I've never been more jealous of someone in my life. She just wakes up every day, and she's like, my God, I have perfect eyesight. It's even better than where I wear contacts. I know, right? Fucking what does it feel like, guys? What does it feel like? Tell me.
I take it for granted.
Yeah, because I remember I saw, I think it was a Twitter thread or a Reddit thread or something like years ago, of like this guy who used to do like watercolor paintings of like landscapes, and he would like paint the same like picture differently depending on what your eyesight level was. So like the worse eyesight you had, the more like faded out the same picture looked. And I remember I saw that back in like, the beginning of doing YouTube and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh, that looks like it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And so I started wearing the blue light glasses because I was just like, well, I don't want to fucking wake up looking at that.
Yeah.
I'll try and prolong it as much as possible. Obviously, my eyesight's going to get worse the older I get. That's just like natural deteroration. But like, I don't want it to like increase considering I'm staring at a fucking screen all day for my job. Right.
Yeah. But I really want to get it, but I don't know. I have this issue called just being chronically lazy. I remember seeing this YouTube video, right? That details like, girls, what do you not understand about guys, right? And one of the replies in this Reddit thread was, I don't understand why guys will just refuse to go to an appointment unless you specifically book it for them and force them to go. And I'm like, shit. I've never been called out so accurately in my life. Yeah, because like I've realized that I will never like I could have like an issue that's been bothering me for like months and months, and it's all sorted by just going to like just sorting out like a simple appointment. But I will never do it myself unless like unless fucking Sydney does it for me.
I have that exact same problem with like not even like appointments, just like places I want to go. I'd be like I could walk past the place and be like, oh, that looks pretty sick, and then I'll talk about it days later, and Aki's just waiting, being like, so we're gonna go or what? And it's not. And the only reason I go is because she books it for me. Right?
Exactly.
And I'm like, oh, I've always wanted to go.
And I'm like, why did I never just do this myself?
Oh my God, why is that a thing?
And and another comment which was just like this one. Sydney asked me this all the time, right? Where like a girl like walks past each other in the street, they have like a 5-second conversation, and they could tell like what their best friend has been doing for the entire past 2 weeks. Guys go on a camping trip together, spends like 3 days together. You go back home and she asks, what do you guys talk about? And you just go, oh, I don't know.
That's every time I go out drinking with the boys.
Yeah, right?
Every time I'm just like, we even have it with trash taste as well. I mean, like, I come home from a trash taste recording, Aki's like, oh, what did you guys talk about in this episode? And I'm like,
not much.
Fuck, what did we talk about? Probably nothing important. It's whatever.
Yeah. Like Sydney's like, I cannot understand how you could spend the entire weekend with all of these guys and not know what you guys talked about. Like, how does that work?
It's that meme of like the girlfriend like lying in the bed being like, they're probably talking shit about the other girls. And then the guys are just like, I don't fucking remember what we talked about.
I guess because most conversations feel so inconsequential. Like they're just kind of like normal conversations where like, I don't even remember like conversations where I'm like, that was weird.
Yeah, right?
That was unusual. usual.
I know. I just know sometimes like even I can have like, sometimes I do have like deep conversations with my fellow bros, but put in the moment of just like, what did you guys talk about? My ability to get that memory back is just like impossible unless there's something that reminds me, oh yeah, I had this conversation and we talked about this. I remember all the details of this super deep conversation that we had. But if you ask me, oh, what do you guys talk about? I'll be like, oh fuck.
Meanwhile, girls have this like fucking perfect photographic memory of every little thing they talked about. So much so to the point where they start like dissecting it with you, and it's just like, all I asked was, what did you talk about? I wasn't waiting for an analysis.
Yeah. If there's one thing that I've noticed as a guy, something I will never understand about girls, right? Is sometimes you talk, you meet girls that are like really good friends, and it's just like the moment I know that there are girls who are like super, super good friends is for some reason, like they can tell when each other's periods are coming. And I'm like, I'm just like, that is something that is beyond my level of understanding. And I thought it was just like a one person thing. But the more girls I talk to, the more I'm like, oh no, yeah, I know when all my mates' periods
Does everyone
are.
just have like Tundra level? Like, like I smell one.
This just sound weird.
Like I smell 1% more iron in the air today.
Yeah, it's like, girls, I know what everyone's menstrual cycle is actually. Like I'm just like, this is
I have a chart right here.
This is something that is beyond my level of understanding as a guy. I don't know how accurate it is for girls, but I see it, I hear it about it every so often, like in conversation when I talk to.
Meanwhile, guys don't even realize if another bro has had a haircut. It's like it could be the most obvious shit, and you'd be like 2 hours into a conversation with your friend and being like, "Oh, did you get a haircut, by the way?" Like, why are we so dull?
That's so fucking true.
You just don't pay attention to stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah,
Clearly not.
Yeah, because when it changes too much, like our producer, who had dyed his hair one day, completely blonde, and I remember my first reaction when walking into the office, because the hair color was different, was I don't recognize this person. It wasn't like
that's me with anime characters. I don't fucking know these characters.
That's why they never change their hair.
What color is their hair again?
That's why they never change
hair.
their
Okay,
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. God,
why are we like this?
The absolute state of men, man.
Also, I don't know if it's the thing necessarily about girls, but it's always mums, right?
Okay.
Mums in particular know when you've lost a little bit of weight or you've gained a little bit of weight. Even if you're not aware of it, it's just like every time it's like I could be meeting like a friend's mom or like, a friend, just some mom of a friend that I know or whatever. And
which moms you meeting?
Yeah, just I meet a lot of moms,
Yeah.
I should probably I should bring you along. Yeah.
This many moms. The fuck?
And they're always just like, you gained a bit of weight or you've lost a bit of weight. And I'm like, no, I haven't.
I feel like that's
and then I go home and I check and I'm like, wow, I have lost a bit of weight. How the fuck did you know?
I feel like that's an Asian mom thing. They can always tell. They have like a scale in their minds.
Asian mom conversation started 101.
Bro, there are some mom abilities that I just don't fucking understand. Like, how is it that you've misplaced something? You've spent the entire fucking day looking for this like mobile phone or keys or something that you've misplaced. And you're like, Mom, I don't know what this is. They have a fucking radar built into their mind to be like, I know where you've misplaced it. I'm going to find it within 1 second. And
Aki has like superhuman abilities with that shit. Like I could be like something super insignificant. Like, do you know where the roll of tape is? I fucking searched everywhere in this house. And she's just sitting on the couch being like, my room, second drawer, right at the back. And I go there and it's there. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I have really bad memory with where I place stuff.
Oh yeah.
I've put like trackers on everything that's important.
Yeah, you do.
I have trackers on my wallet. I have trackers on my expensive headphones. I have trackers on my keys, my passport, my bike.
Yeah.
I have like a tracker on everything that's kind of valuable and I need, because it's not even that I got tired of losing it potentially like permanently. It was like, I was tired of that fucking 5-minute shit where I have to look around my house to find where it is. I'm like, you know what? I just want to get rid of that. I'm just going to have it so that If I lose it, I'm like, all right, let's play the little game.
I've done this thing now where I've had the exact same problem because I had a bad habit of just leaving shit all over the house. I now have this thing where I just have this one little box that just has all my important shit in it.
No, I have that too, but I somehow just...
You still lose it?
I put shit in the wrong place sometimes.
Skill issue.
So that's been very helpful for me.
Yeah.
Except I have these like running headphones that I like as well, and they're too small to put a tracker on.
Yeah.
And so I keep losing them still, and it's driving me insane.
I tried that once, and then how do your trackers work? So do you have like a beeper?
Yeah, it's like a thing, and it plays a little ringing sound.
It's the tile things, right?
Yeah, tile.
Yeah.
I have tile. I don't think they're as good as the Apple one, but
Yeah.
they work well enough.
Yeah, I lost the thing that beeps. Like, so.
Oh, it's just an app on my phone.
Oh, it's just an app?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd probably lose my phone to like.
Well,
I'd lose the thing to find the thing that I've lost.
here's the best
Like, I
thing
need my keys. Where's my phone? Fuck, where's my phone?
Well, here's the best thing about it. If you have any of the things, there's a button on it you can double tap, and then it rings your phone.
Oh.
For example, let me show you. So I'm gonna. This is just an ad for tile.
Yeah, this is an ad for tile.
Like my wallet, right? I have this card that goes in there.
Yeah.
And then I press this button twice.
Oh, cool.
And that's my phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it works. Isn't
See,
that easy? Isn't that easy?
See, I have.
Okay, but here's the question. What if you lose your phone and your wallet?
Then as long as I have one item that's still my bike, my keys, my passport.
Right.
As long as I have something that I can, then I'll be fine.
Right.
See, I feel like because I do have a finder, and her name's
to find
Sydney.
Oh.
Like Aki, I feel like there must be like it must be something to do with maternal instincts, right? Because what I've noticed is that when we first started dating, we've been dating for like almost 10 years now. She was as shit as me. She just didn't know where she would place things. I would ask her if she'd seen one certain thing that I'd misplaced, and she would nowhere near find it. And then in like the past 2-3 years, she suddenly just gained this ability to be like, your keys are in the top drawer by your bed. You left them there. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know this? When did you develop this ability? And I'm like,
they're playing Sims in creative mode.
Yeah,
They see the whole house from like top down, being like, it's right there.
And I'm like, oh no, is this a mum thing that's like being developed here?
It must be.
Is this a maternal? Is this a superpower that
It's
all
definitely
mums
not
get?
a dad thing.
Maybe
that's
it's-
for
It is not a dad thing at all.
We're just getting stupider.
Maybe.
Or it's a dad thing where like
No.
the mum thing is the superhuman strength to find shit. The dad thing is the superhuman strength to lose shit. So it just balances out perfectly, right?
I like the idea that every time you just come, you get stupider. Your body thinks like you're becoming a dad. You're just like, oh, you're a dad. So now you become, every time you nut, you just lose an IQ point.
Yeah.
All right. Do you feel like you are more like your mum or your dad, or somewhere perfectly in between?
Man, I
Like
can
personality
I say the
wise?
answer? I feel like I'm like none of them. Can I say that? Is that an answer? Like the mailman? Like, I don't know.
How so? Like you don't have any like traits that you took after your mom and dad, like that are obvious?
If
Your mum
I
and dad are crying right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So we didn't know how to tell you, son, but you did it for us.
maybe more like my mom. I feel like I'm nothing like my dad. I don't know. It's very tough.
Right.
Do you feel like you have a lot in common with your mum and dad?
I feel like when I was like a kid, right, I was way more like my mum. I don't know. I had like a.
I think that's very common with sons, though.
Yeah.
Like I think, like sons, when you're younger, you very much, go after your mom.
Yeah.
Even in terms of like looks as well.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, you start to look more like your dad. Because I was definitely that. Like when I
Yeah.
was a kid, I looked like full fucking Japanese kid. I looked exactly like my mom.
Yeah.
And as I'm getting older, I'm looking less like my mom, more like my dad.
I feel like that way in personality as well.
Yeah.
Like the more I grow older, the more I'm like, fuck, this is something my dad would do. Or this is something my dad would say. And my mom's, I'm gonna call out my mom for a sec. My mom's been like in full fucking copium mode for the past 3 years because I'm like, I keep doing things. I'm like, I feel like I'm becoming my dad. My mom's like, no, you're still like me, okay? You're still like me. You're still my son. You're more like me. You're more like me. And I'm like, Mom, I think I'm becoming more like my dad. I'm not gonna lie.
My mom's just like pointed it out to me.
Why
It's
does your
like,
mum want you to be more like you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just the pride, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
Literally, like,
the pride.
I am the
you know?
better
So
one.
I'm
to
the better
develop.
parent.
Yeah.
You should develop more things from me because I am more
Yeah,
desirable.
I've been noticing, like, I even sound like my dad now. It's to the point where I pick up the phone and people think it's my dad sometimes.
Yeah, I have that too.
Do you have that as well?
Yeah, my grandma mistook me for my dad once.
I've never had that.
Yeah, it's scary, and also just like there's just the small little things that you notice is just normal now until someone points it out and being like, you didn't used to do that. Like even just like doing that thing of like when you come back home and you sit down, you make that kind of like sound. Like I never used to do that.
Well, my favorite thing is there's a shot of you as you like, I don't know why I think you're in one of your manga copy videos. You're like looking at like the books.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it like such a fucking old man. And like you're holding like your one hand in the pocket, one hand on coffee, going.
There are so many times
And you're
where
like-
I find myself now in everyday life doing the dad stand,
Yeah.
where you just kind of when you're looking at things, you're just like. Like that, like what is this?
I have
What is
noticed.
this?
I have noticed you've been doing that.
Yeah.
Actually,
I never used to do that.
So we're getting old.
I hate it.
I mean, is it just like you reach a certain age and just every dad just agrees to like do the same thing and have like the same sense of humor?
Must be.
as well.
It must be.
Do you think dad jokes are actually dad jokes, or were they funny at their age and then they just couldn't stop making?
No,
them?
I've just
No,
come
they're
to the
dad jokes.
conclusion now that dad jokes used to be not funny. Now I find them fucking hilarious,
I've been finding dad
and I
jokes.
hate it.
You know, it's like the.
Well, how old are you guys again? You guys are like
Okay, it's
you're still in your 20s, Joe.
Give it
What
a
are you
couple of
doing?
years.
Look. It's the irony thing. It's the irony cycle where you start saying something ironically and you're like, I'm saying it ironically because haha, I'm getting old. And then somewhere along the line, I start saying it because I actually, I say it and I'm like, I start laughing to myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Like you
It's
get
no
to
longer ironic, man.
Yeah, you get to the point where you say something in a facetious tone, not only
Yeah.
because you want the message to come across, but you also just find it hilarious. Where you just like you say something facetious and then there's a voice in the back of your head that was like, "Nice one, Joey." You know what I mean, right?
Oh my god.
I hate that we're able to
Oh
connect on
my
this.
god. No, I'm not
You'll-
becoming like my dad.
You'll get
I'm
there,
not.
Connor. Don't worry. You'll get there.
I'm not.
I don't think I'll ever get there.
You'll get there. Don't worry. You're British. You'll get
I
there.
won't get there. I won't. I'll always be fun.
I'll always be hip with the kids.
I'll always be one with the fellow generational kids. Fellow
I've-
Zoomers.
I feel like as you know, if you didn't have YouTube, you'd probably grow more into like your dad. I get
Probably.
that
Probably.
energy
Yeah.
from you. You know,
Maybe.
your dad's very chilled, very relaxed. You know,
Yeah.
as like one of the most. He's a bloke, man. He's a bloke. You know,
He's a
in a
bloke.
fu- in a good-
He's
in
a
a
top
good
bloke.
way.
He's just an
a
old British
top
man,
bloke.
just living his best life,
Top bloke, man.
watching football, drinking beer. That's what he does.
Meanwhile, I'm just becoming more and more like my dad. And it's like, I don't know if that's a good thing or not because my dad's pretty cool, but yeah, it's worrying in a sense.
Yeah, I'm definitely becoming like my dad. I've realized the more I've grown older, the more my dad just finds comfort in just doing nothing and just
Yeah.
being chill with life. And it's like for him to like go out and do something, it's like my mum that has to like pressure him to be like, oh, let's go here, let's go visit this person. And it's not like my dad doesn't enjoy it, but my dad will refuse. My dad will never do it if it's just by his own volition. And I'm
Yeah.
like, shit, this is just me and Sydney.
The moment you guys can start calling me out is if we ever go out drinking, and then in mid conversation I go, "Oh, sorry boys, I'm fucking shit faced."
I remember you did that once on tour. Do you remember that? You did that once. And I was like, I remember telling you
That's just one thing I want to adopt.
because you were shit faced and like Joey, you did exactly the same thing as your dad. I will never forget that moment, man.
God damn it.
Oh man.
The rate's just gonna keep increasing as I get older. Fuck's sake.
I do not believe that there are people who do not piss in the shower. That's a genuine belief because I could not imagine. You know, I'd understand if it was like a communal shower or whatever like that. You know, if you were sharing
Like
with
a
someone.
public shower, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know, I didn't do that in my university dorms or whatever. But in your own house, come on, why?
Yeah, I piss in my own shower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing
We
wrong
all
with
agree with that. Yeah.
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 Well, you were like, no, a second ago.
Well, I try not to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I try and like pee before I go in the shower.
Yeah, but you're about to like flush a bunch of water away with the shower anyway. So
But
I was just-
dude, if it's yellow, let it mellow.
if I'm having a shit,
I don't flush all my pisses.
oh my god,
Unless it's like giga yellow, I just let that shit mellow out.
oh my god, asparagus day. You're like,
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
asparagus day, yeah, I'm flushing that shit, but
Bro, I don't know. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, if it's yellow, you gotta flush that shit, man. That shit stinks.
yeah, but sometimes if you've been drinking a lot of water, your piss is like basically clear.
Yeah, I just drink it.
At that-
I'm like, why let this go to waste?
Top me up, dog. Right on tap. No, like if you've been drinking a lot of water or just drinking a lot of fluids, then your pee is like very clear. And in that case, you're not going to see the difference, and it's not going to smell. So I'm just like, sometimes I just can't be bothered.
I hate the first morning pee.
Oh, first morning pee is like
Oh,
giga yellow.
It's always just so like, it's just
Frothy.
so yellow. I'm not frothy. I ain't got, what the fuck? You got froth?
I can get some
What
frothy
the fuck? You got
pisses.
frothy? What, you got a Bud Light piss? What the hell?
Sometimes like the force that it goes in, it just bubbles up.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gross. Sorry.
Do you like the feeling first thing in the morning? Sometimes it's like a cold day or something like that. I don't know why I like this feeling. Because I only get it when I wake up first thing in the morning. But you have a
the body shake.
what?
Do you get that in the winter?
What?
When it's like a really, really cold day and you're holding in a piss, and while you're peeing, your body just kind of like that.
I have had that. I didn't know that.
I know exactly what. Shit.
Everybody has it.
I didn't know this was the thing.
I thought that was just a me thing.
It's because I remember I looked into it because I was like, why the fuck? Like, what is wrong with me? And so I looked into it. Apparently, that's your body's way because you're releasing a lot of heat from
Yeah.
inside your body because your pee is
Yeah, yeah.
body temperature, right? So the body releasing all of that heat all at once, your body just goes into like a little, like a shiver because now your core body temperature is a little bit cooler.
Have you ever tried pissing in the dark?
What do you mean? Of course I have.
Yeah.
How good is
Fucking
your
amazing.
aim?
My aim's great.
How good is your aim?
Oh, as in like in the middle of the night. You
yeah,
go to
okay.
the toilet and you don't want to turn the light
It's
on?
the middle of the night. Okay, you're with a group of people.
Yeah.
And you don't want to turn the lights on. And also, you don't want to piss on like the water as well, because that'll wake people up.
I just sit down.
You just sit down.
Yeah.
Shit, I should do that.
Yeah,
man.
I just sit down now. I'm like, I've had too many instances where I thought the ball was here. It was actually over here. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like it's not going in the bowl at all. And I turn the light on, I'm like,
It has happened a few times when
Yeah.
I've had the piss of faith, where you position
fire in the hole!
you position them where you think the toilet is. You don't want to wake people up.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the night, and it's the piss of faith, and you find out
Why do you
within.
not want to turn the light on?
because I don't want to blind myself.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to blind yourself, and sometimes you just don't want to wake people up as well. So, okay,
Yeah.
and
How's
I
the
don't know.
light gonna wake them up?
I don't. For me, if I
I pee with the door open, I guess.
yeah. Actually, I
Me too.
if I piss at night, I never turn the lights on. Just because when I turn the lights on, even if it's just for like,
why are you on nightmare difficulty for pissing, dude?
I don't know, like because my brain weird. As soon as I see like lights, it's like my brain's like signal to be like,
What?
oh, you wake up now.
Why is this the only time you're going dark mode? Every other moment of your life, you're like, brightness now, except when you pee for some reason.
Okay, that's only when I wake up in the middle of the night,
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
fair,
yeah.
because my brain is wired in a way to be like, if I see lights mode or if I see
You're gonna
lights,
wake up.
I'm going to wake up.
Yeah,
And
I
I've
get
had it a
that.
few times where like the worst thing is like because I know how my body works, and sometimes the worst thing is when I have like a midnight shit. And when I just wake up someday and I'm like, I need to shit. And
I sleep better after I have the poop. But I don't have poops at nighttime.
yeah.
But like if I pee when I really needed to pee, it helps me get to sleep.
So my parents actually, last time I went back to my parents' place, they figured out the perfect
Oh my
solution
god,
to
your
it.
fucking toilet.
They had fucking LED lights underneath the
like a
bowl.
rave.
No way.
I remember I went home last time, and it's been like first time I went home since COVID, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm looking around the house looking for small changes, being like, oh, that's moved, or like they added this or whatever. I walk into the toilet and just immediately gamer toilet. It's just like blue LED.
It does look like Republic of Gamer. It does. It is.
But I was like, this is so genius because now I don't have to sit down because I can see exactly where it is and it's not blinding me.
I love sit pissing though. So I way prefer it.
I don't mind it.
What do you mean? It's my preferred go-to.
But sometimes I just can't
No
be bothered to like pull
splashage.
my pants all the way down.
Yeah, you don't pull them all the way down. You don't put them to the fucking ankles every time, bro. You just put them a little bit down.
I can't sit piss, bro.
Why?
Like, I don't know. You know me with my like shits, right? As soon as
Because sit down equals poo-poo time. That's why.
like sit
Bro,
down.
what is going on with your simple chimp brain where sitting down makes you want to poop?
Okay, you know me. I hate the feeling of like not being like empty. If I sit
Yes.
down and poop, if I don't empty myself,
You can empty yourself and sit down with peeing.
Yeah, but like if I sit down, sometimes it's like, oh, this has gone from like a quick 1 minute pee to like a half hour.
You've
thing now.
nerfed yourself. You've just nerfed your entire body for some weird fucking reason.
Sometimes my body,
Overcome this feeling, Garnt. Get past it.
I've learned to live with my body.
Oh
I know my body's limits, and
This
I know
is the name of your fucking autobiography.
Yeah,
Learning
yeah.
with limits. Living with limits.
Living with my body.
Yeah. If I sit down, there are times when I'm like, oh shit, I need to go. And then as soon as like that, as soon as that has hit my brain, I'm like, oh, I'm stuck here now. I can't stand up until.
Yeah, you have the
Do
phantom
you feel
shit.
like as an adult, you're just bewildered, like you're beholden to the weird perks you've picked up from being a kid, and that you're like, well, I can't change anything now.
No,
too late.
there are some perks that I have picked up. Like I used to be able to sleep no matter what the situation was, anywhere, and now sleep is just it's not harder, but there are like I've noticed there are certain preset conditions for me to get a good night's sleep, and I've never had that before in my life.
I need.
Okay, what is the?
For me, I need the room to be pitch fucking black.
No.
Yeah.
I can't have any amount of light. I'm like, if the curtain is like slightly open, I'm closing that shit all the way.
Yeah.
I know it makes no difference, but I found that
I
if
love
it's
waking
pitch
up with
black,
sunlight.
no, I can't do it.
I love waking up and my room is fucking bright as shit.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I don't mind that in the morning, but the problem is that like the light coming from outside during the night keeps me up.
Oh, no, it doesn't do that.
Yeah, so I need to be like completely like basically the equivalent to just shutting your eyes in a dark room in order for me to
There's
sleep.
not a lot of light in my window, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah, I have like a big fucking window in my bedroom, so it's like I need that curtain all the way closed. Like no crack of light at all.
Part of the reason that I felt so tired every day on tour was just the fact that I was not waking up to natural sunlight.
Yeah.
And because of that reason, my body was just like continually tired as after I woke
Yeah,
up.
I hated it.
I need sunlight to wake up.
I remember we had this conversation as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's just like everyone though, right?
I feel like I
No.
need...
Really?
No, Chris absolutely does not want the curtains open or blinds open at any point. Because like, whenever we share rooms, I'm like, oh my God, we have to fucking like bunker the whole fucking room down to make sure one crumb of light doesn't get in the room.
Yeah.
So otherwise
Yeah.
Chris will wake up furious in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I think that's why I, kind of gel with Chris whenever we're sleeping in the same hotel room. Problem is, still can't get to sleep because he snores like a motherfucker.
Snores so goddamn loud.
Yeah, I need like a half hour to an hour cool down period before I actually like some people can just like go to sleep like that. I need like a cool down period when I just lay on the bed and just chill out, like get lulled to sleep.
I'm the equivalent of like when you turn your computer off and then it starts updating.
Yeah.
I need that to finish before I can actually go to sleep.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm pretty tired by the time I get to bed. So as long as I get in a position that I think my brain has tricked myself, like this is a sleeping position.
Yeah.
I think I fall asleep pretty quickly.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, when I wake up to go for like a midnight piss or like a midnight shit, when I just wake up because I didn't go to the toilet beforehand, I have like a timer. And I know, like, it's weird because
I kind of get what you mean.
I consciously know that there's a timer. So when I take a shit, if I don't shit fast enough, there's a timer for my brain to be like, okay, you are asleep enough to go back to sleep to, oh, you're awake.
I kind of
Yeah.
That.
You're awake now and you're not going back to sleep.
Yeah.
And you took too long to shit. The timer has run out.
Your shit timer has run out.
Your shit timer has run out. Brain awake. You do not go back to sleep. And I'm like, I hate that because I can physically feel my brain waking up. I'm like, no, come on.
That's like one thing I'm glad my body got rid of is that like I used to take midnight shits every night.
Well, you can kind of
when I was in high school, but now I don't do it anymore.
I'm pretty sure you can somehow control your bowel movements. I don't know how. But I'm pretty sure
that is like, teach me, master. I need to know the ways.
Just hold that shit in.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because like I poop at the exact same time near enough every single day.
Same.
And I don't know if that's good or bad, but I feel like I know how to change it if I want, but I don't know how.
For me, it's not so much like the same time of day.
Makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, for me, it's not so much the same time of day. For me, it's the same point of while I'm awake.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like for me, it's like no matter what time I wake up, an hour after I'm up, I'm shitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like,
why.
It could be like 6 a.m. It could be fucking 1 p.m. It's like always.
Yeah, I need my morning shit as much as I need my morning shower. That's that's how ingrained it is into my cycle. That's why I'm the only one that actually had to stop the bus on tour to go shit. just because it would, like on that particular day.
I can hold it. I
can't hold it, man. I woke up early. I woke up like I say woke up early. I think we were just on a very long drive and it was like 9 a.m. and I woke up and I'm like, oh no. I've woken up and the bus is still moving, and then I remember the
clock starts ticking down.
I remember thinking because I think we were driving through Utah, and it was like such a beautiful landscape. And I woke up. I go into like the living room, and like our tour family is just like, oh my god, look at the Utah mountains. And Mike's next to me like, yo, bro, this is so fucking beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, it's beautiful. And inside I was like, I feel it coming. The shit's coming. Just distract yourself. Just distract yourself. Look at the landscape. And I remember everyone kept commenting on the landscape, and all I could think about was how much I needed to shit in this very moment and how close we were.
It's like,
to the bus.
that's a great place to take a shit.
Literally, I was like, we're pretty isolated right now. I could like get away with this, you know? Maybe I could.
Poop in the wilderness.
Huh?
Or shitting yourself?
No, going up to like the fucking.
I was like, what? You gonna shit yourself on the bus?
I could get away with it.
I could go over like one of these mounds and no one would see me.
Your sleeping positions. Do you sleep stomach, back, side?
I cannot sleep anything but on my back.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's either back or right side.
Yeah, but so I thought I was a side sleeper, but I realized I'm more of a like third side, 2/3 stomach. I'm kind of like this.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm kind of like side, but with my stomach leaning towards the bed. I cannot sleep on my back. I do not know why.
Really?
I'm unable to sleep on my back. I've tried many times, and I cannot fall asleep.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like as...
And I want to learn. How do I learn?
Do you still sleep that way in futons as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always on my sides. And I kind of use my arms as like support.
Because I feel like the reason I sleep on my back was just because as a kid, you know, every time you go to Asia, sometimes you don't have a bed to sleep on. You sleep on kind of like a futon or some covers on the floor. And it's just impossible to do that unless you're sleeping on your back, I feel like.
I kind of like it. I like my
part.
arms crumpled up feeling though. I'm squishing them against the floor. I love it. It feels nice.
I have this thing where I like develop what I call T-Rex arms when I sleep, where I'm just fucking like this.
No, I do that too. Yeah. Sometimes
yeah, I've seen that.
My favorite strat is the arm under the pillow. But not where my head is, just like pillow here.
Right in front, right?
Yeah, in front. I love that feeling of just a slight elevation. I don't know why. It's so good.
I have that.
I feel like I'm in a sci-fi movie when I sleep because I need to be perfectly like straight like that, like I'm going to cryo sleep or some shit
I would
like
be
that.
terrified if I fucking rob Garnt's house and I just see a man in the bed like this.
That is
and then Garnt, he hears a rustling, you just sit like, guy just goes like...
What was that? Fucking T100.
Yeah, because like sometimes if I sleep on I've tried sleep on my side and I would just wake up because sometimes I just get cramps. I don't know.
Yeah.
Old man.
Yeah, if I sleep on like in like a weird position where it's like not on a normal side, maybe I'm so tired that I don't fucking care what position I sleep in. Next morning I'm stiff. Like my shoulders are fucking aching and I'm like, oh fuck, all right.
What time I woke up as a kid and my head was like, so I can imagine, I don't know how to explain it, like head on the bed and then my like knees, I was like on my knees though. So I was like kind of like,
you're like snailing?
Kind of like a snail. Yeah. Imagine a snail like that. And I was just like that. With my knees on the fucking bed and my legs were kind of like up, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Do you have this problem? Because I constantly have this problem with futons. I wake up and the pillow is nowhere near my head.
No, I don't have that.
Do you have this?
No.
Are you fighting the fucking pillow?
I
in
don't
your brain?
fucking know. Like, I clearly position
Pillow
myself.
got hands.
Yeah. I'm like, when I sleep in a futon, I always have to sleep on my back.
Yeah.
Because, there's less padding, right, between you and the floor. So I'm always sleeping on my back. Head is perfectly on the pillow, like supporting my neck. And I'm like, all right, good. I just have to stay in this position.
Yeah.
And I'm good till the morning. Wake up the next morning. I'm somehow on my fucking side, like on the corner of the futon. And I'm like, where did the pillow go? And it's like all the way up.
It's just on the ceiling. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's just
What
like,
happened?
if the futon is here, the pillow was like down here. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I
How
don't
did
know.
that happen?
Okay, no matter what state of mind you're in, do you always feel like you need like a kind of like blanket or something covering you
Yes.
to fall
always,
asleep?
always.
Yeah.
Because that's something that's like remained true no matter what. Even during our degenerate days when we went to like house parties and university, of course, sometimes you get inebriated in some stranger's house, and I would always need something.
Yeah.
Even if it's on the floor, I can sleep fine. I'll find a fucking pizza box which has no insulation whatsoever, but I've woken up with a pizza box that I've put over myself.
Do you remember one time when we went? This is years ago, but remember one time when we also used to live near each other?
Yeah.
We went to like a house party. I think it was Maylene's place, and I was so fucking like just shit faced that you dragged me back to your house, and I woke up the next morning with 2 pieces of cardboard. I actually straight up looked homeless. Like my hair was just fucked, and I'm just like lying on Connor's couch like this with 2 pieces of fucking like Amazon boxes on me.
I didn't have any because I literally just moved in.
Yeah.
All I had was a couch and a bunch of cardboard boxes. So I just piled a bunch of cardboard boxes on top of him to like help him, I guess. It was like January.
I remember this.
I had no heating. And I was like,
I woke up the next morning freezing with these like 2 fucking boxes on me. I'm like, what happened?
No, because I remember
I forgot about that.
I remember the night because I remember taking him home with you because I thought I was like sober. I clearly wasn't sober because I remember we got sitting up to the couch and I remember asking Connor, do you have any spare blankets? And he just goes, no. And then we look around. And there are all of the cardboard boxes that Connor has just finished unpacking. And we were just like, we can fashion a blanket out of this. This is fine.
Why did you stay in my house and why did I not take you to yours? I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't
We were
remember.
all drunk. I don't know.
I think because
We took a taxi and
To my place.
and it was
Uh,
your place.
yeah.
And there's a little bit of a walk from yours to mine. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you, in your drunken state, made the
Yeah.
right decision of, I don't think he can make it
Yeah,
home.
I was like,
Yeah,
just come
Yeah.
lie on my
Yeah.
cardboard boxes
and,
instead.
and yeah, because I remember thinking, I don't know Joey's like actual address, so,
Yeah.
and my Japanese wasn't good enough to like direct the taxi driver
Yeah.
back then either. So we're like, let's just stay at Connor's. I remember walking out of that house being like, Joey's so drunk, and then I was like a 10-minute walk from Connor's house. Like I remember walking like the direction I thought was going to home. I walked for what I thought was 5 minutes. I'm like, I remember just looking up and being like, where the fuck am I? I look at the clock. I've been walking for 30 minutes, and Sydney's like, where the fuck are you? And I literally had no idea where I was. And somehow, in my drunken stupor, I'd walk in half an hour the wrong direction from my house before I'd realized I was lost. So yeah, that was a good night.
That was
Got
a
those
fun night.
steps in.
Yeah, I got my
the
steps in.
steps in, yeah.
Got my goddamn steps in.
Well, hopefully you don't have to sleep with cardboard boxes tonight on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It was like -1 that day too.
was
It
cold
was
as
It was a very cold night.
I can say with certainty from experience, doesn't help with the heat.
Really?
There's no.
I think it might have.
It's like it was like 0.1% insulation.
It's like placebo thing. But
It's a
sometimes
placebo.
just having something on top of you helps you. I think.
Did not
Everybody
work.
was so confused.
Did not work. Hey, look at these patrons though.
Yeah, look at all those patrons who get a good night's sleep and
Yeah.
Sleep on their sides, all backs, all face.
definitely piss correctly. they don't piss in the dark.
Yeah, don't do piss of faith. It's not worth it. But hey, you know what is worth it? Supporting us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/trash taste. Also, follow us on Twitter, send us memes on the subreddit, and if you hate our face, listen to us on Spotify.
But yes, that's been this episode of Trash Taste. Hope you got some good pissing techniques, grooming techniques.
We gave a lot of shit advice.
I don't know. What did we talk about this episode? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Cindy's going to ask me, and I'm going to say I don't know.
Just bants. Yeah. Just bants, isn't it?
But we'll see you all next week.
Bye.